Hello everybody and welcome to our overly bright Twitch channel. Now you're here with your toes and our somewhat tepid waters, I guess we better introduce ourselves. We're the Bloodthirsty Puppets, I am Blood Puppet and I am most likely to remove your soul with my bare hands.
I am Thirsty Puppet and tonight I shall be playing the glorious Captain Mac. I will be attempting to remember what happened last time because I'm probably going to get the bloody dice of recapping.
Well now.
Yeah.
Yeah. See this halo?
Tech Puppet, Ellis.
Really?
Yeah.
Right. Hi, I'm Kelly Kitten and I'll be playing Lola.
I'm Dev and I'll be playing Quinn.
I'm going to wait for it next week where I'm actually going to have these two things set up so when you do that your name will appear because that will be rad as fuck.
Oh come on. When he does it, make it appear the other side of his head.
I'll just make it like appear across his body.
Yeah.
Alright, so tonight we are playing Friday Night Spiced using our spice system in our space setting. Whoop whoop, because everything's better in space. Couple of rules for chat before we plough much further. Don't be at all about someone's race, don't be at all about someone's gender, and most importantly, don't be at all.
Or a screwdriver.
Thank you. I think somebody watching this made you massively appreciate that sentiment there. So, we are going to have the dice of recapping because I haven't done it in a while. It was only last week we played and there's only 4 of you, and funnily enough, I only do 4. You get to be 1 and you get to be 4.
I think it's cheating.
So, what happened last week?
I don't know.
Come on!
I genuinely can't remember. What did happen?
Don't take his
No.
help.
Here, quickly read this A5 page of notes.
Wait a minute. I feel like you can delegate this task. Aren't you the captain of the ship?
Only technically.
Then technically you can order him to do this.
No, I should know. I should know this stuff. And I feel bad for not. But yes,
You should.
we are in space.
Shame! Shame!
We definitely were in space.
Ding.
Literally gone
Shame.
blank. Completely
Ding.
blank.
Oh, tactical officer's log. I forgot to fill out my log.
Yeah.
You know, supplementary. I got someone else to do it.
Line.
I love the idea that in the toilet we should have, like, just above the toilet roll holder, you've got, like, Captain's log.
Oh, Jesus. Okay, so, I guess
Line.
I really need to give you the line, don't
Yes.
I? My God. Previously, you had, at the beginning of the last episode, you guys said goodbye to Helena, and you said goodbye to Tepid, and you said goodbye to the Raven, your brother. They went off to do the whole, like, Helena having alien babies in the middle of somewhere else to keep her safe.
We went shopping, I remember that.
There was a short shopping spree. There was also a good discussion between Ducky and Ennis about Ducky's physical state. We will say no more about that. Yes, very kinky. Thank you, chat. We also, as a group, you then went to try and hunt down where the money led to. Someone was paying Gertrude's guns to stir up trouble between the other races of Serrano. So you guys followed Helena's money trail, which led you to the...
I remember that.
I've just remembered as well.
Oh. I don't know where it was, but it led us to some dude, and we managed to. I remember that we got him to come to an island. I remember that bit.
Shortly before that, you guys went to a place in just north of Linden, which is where essentially the kind of main government building for the human Britia government was. You guys managed to get your way inside. You managed
feels
to
like I was
secure.
asleep through all this.
Yeah, you managed to secure yourself like permit to carry concealed weapons, acting as Scarlet Rose's
saucy solicitors and sex security.
Yeah.
I'm saying
Arrested
nothing.
Sex security.
And whilst there, you managed to
I
hack
believe
into the
that's a
system.
lie. I was not arrested.
Yep, you managed to hack into the system and you followed the money, the withdrawals that Helena had found within the closed circuit, and you found out that they actually belonged, that Mr. Bat, all of it was actually signed off by essentially the Vice Prime of Britia, essentially the second most important person in all of humanity and power in the Serrano systems. It was then that somebody decided that we definitely needed to have a face-to-face meeting with the second most important person in the human empire. And when she couldn't immediately get that, she immediately shouted, "If we don't do this, everybody's going to die."
Everyone's gonna die! We're all gonna die! I'm gonna kill all of you! We're gonna die!
And essentially what happened from there is that you all got arrested. Most of you managed to get your way out thanks to some smooth talking from
I
Mac.
do in fact have the note. Mac, slick as fucking interrogations.
Generally was. It was the funniest put
But
down
someone
on my
was
notes.
somewhat less slick in their interrogation.
Yeah,
so funny.
So yeah, moving on. So interrogation was okay for some, definitely not good for one other. You guys ended up managing to manipulate this person into meeting you on a secluded island on Britia, which was the island that Helena had left to Mac in her will, but she's not technically dead. Well, she's not dead. And it was just a very small island with basically a plastic garden shed on it. You managed to lure him there with Lola as an exchange, so to speak. And once you'd done that, you had a short conversation, find out that he was working for ZooKit, that they had organised this thing, that there is potentially going to be an assassination Jesus. An assassination attempt upon the new war mistress of the Nitu species when she gets inaugurated into the Syrian Confederacy.
And all the other ones.
Which I
and
feel
all the
like
others,
we already knew.
in theory. You kind of knew, but it wasn't 100% confirmed who or why. And he didn't give you a location.
No.
Because before he gave you a location, there were snipers.
Exploded.
Somebody blew up his head.
Wasn't me.
It generally wasn't anybody in this room other than obviously me because I play everyone else. He basically died. You managed to get Lola out free. The guard with him also died. And at the end of that, you met two people from a very interesting pair who are assassins. And Mac got invited to join them when he'd finished his walk down his path. So the phrasing was.
Yes.
And this is where you guys find yourself. It is now the middle of the night. You are on the edge of this kind of lake with a very small island in it. Ducky, who has your ship, is off to the distance waiting for your call. You have a bunch of
Skidoos.
You have a bunch of skidoos.
We have 4 skidoos.
You have 4 skidoos, and you're currently waiting on the edge. You are aware that the helicopter that's just brought the second most important person
Got
in
shot
the
down
human empire.
by Ducky.
Oh no, she hasn't shot it down. She never
She
shot
shot down at the end of the last one. She threw fluid. She literally smashed through the helicopter.
She did, didn't she?
Yeah.
Yes, of course she did. Okay.
Because we were like, we don't want to be back hooked down here, so let's deal with this thing.
Okay, yeah, so, yeah, I remember we chucked that in right at the end, didn't we? Okay, yeah, so, Ducky is essentially waiting for your call to pick you guys up. Do note, this person is dead. He's definitely dead, and he's the second most important person in the world, and you now have information that ZooKip are pretty much involved in this. You pretty much have all the evidence you need, in theory.
He's dead. Let's get out of here.
Didn't we blow up the shed when we left as well?
No.
No, there's still explosives in there.
Yeah.
We can probably retreat.
Which you have a remote for, which we can use to destroy the bodies.
There's no point. We could just go and say, ZooKip killed him, look.
Well, where's the evidence that we didn't just lure him to this island and shoot him?
Well, where's the evidence that we did?
We lured him to the island and we shot down his chopper.
Yeah, but we have...
your aunt's island.
Yeah. It doesn't matter. Just because you go to someone's out of the way property and kill someone doesn't mean the landowner's responsible.
It's more suspicious.
Yeah.
However, they are still going to come question you.
Yeah.
And to be fair, you guys were just arrested in the central building for your government.
For wanting to go and speak to this dude.
For wanting to speak
Scarlet
to this
Rose
dude.
might be screwed at this point.
Yeah. Throwing that one out there. Someone's going to need a facelift.
Handily, Scarlet Rose doesn't actually exist.
Yeah. But she does look remarkably familiar to a Lieutenant Silverman.
Yeah, let's hope we don't go and wander into the interior and get interrogated by the same dude again.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. Alright, I'm going to leave this up to you guys for a bit, because I have things to come up, but I'll wait for you guys to decide what the fuck is going on with you.
Well, I'm going to have fun with I'm going to pull the rest of these actually I've already left the island anyway.
I feel like I need to go to a hairdresser's and get a new hairstyle.
Are you guys the same that you're bouncing your way onto the ship?
Yes, we're going to skidoo our way onto the ship in awesome style and secure the skidoos in the outboard motor. Because, we might need some kind of zombie weed whacker in the future.
And find a hair salon.
A hair salon, okay.
Not going to be a priority right now.
You are kind of potentially wanted, just throwing that one out there, and you want to go get a haircut?
Let's go somewhere else and get your haircut.
Yeah.
Alright, it's
To be honest, Rog, do you fancy shaving our Scarlet Rose here.
That's not what I want.
I can try.
No, Grog.
I think it's
Sit
probably a
down.
good idea.
He puts a big meaty hand on your shoulder.
Grog, get off me.
Oh no, this needs to be done.
No, it doesn't.
It does.
Grog, I order you to shave her hair.
Take
Grog.
I don't need
I
to
want
take
you
anything. I'm the
to.
captain.
I want you two to make charisma checks.
No, Grog. Bad Grog.
I need you both. Whoever wins gets to decide the fate of your hair. I'm afraid.
Oh, go on, get shaved. Make the wigs fit better.
Charisma.
Yes, please.
9.
Ooh. Big
Charisma.
numbers. Big numbers coming out here.
Ooh, do you have more charisma than me?
Yeah.
10. Ha.
Yes.
Damn.
Grog decides that he's not going to cut this very angry female's hair
Good
and
Grog.
backs away into the darkness of the ship.
We get arrested because someone recognises you. It's your fault.
Ducky kind of like flaps about a bit of it, and she kind of like, so where are we gonna go now? I mean,
Away from here.
yeah, but where? I mean, I can fly in a random direction, but
Go.
Okay.
See where the fates take us.
Okay.
I mean,
If you do not tell Ducky where to go, she's going to take you to a very interesting place.
Okay, go. Because I have no better place to be going right
Let's
now.
go to his mum's.
So what exactly did we find out?
Alright, so I'm going to say at this moment you guys can do like your tabletop talk, where like basically Ducky's off flying the ship, Grog is doing whatever it is that Grog does when you guys aren't ordering you to do stuff. And then you can decide what your plan of action is, so
Right,
get it
well,
out to what you
we
guys
need
want
to let these
Need to say where we're
people
going.
know that there's going to be some assassination attempt on these leaders, because if they all get assassinated, like while they're here, basically it's going to start like a massive war.
Yeah.
And also we're probably going to be blamed because it happened on our world. So.
Who do we let know and how?
Well, why don't we let them know?
Like them.
Well, these races that are coming tell the delegations assassination mark on their heads. We don't know how or what, but it's going to be, you know.
From our reputable sources.
Well, yeah, if you threaten us, at least it'll, like, you know, put them on high alert.
True.
Yeah,
To prevent war by
we're
sacrificing ourselves.
experienced mercenaries. We probably know someone who knows someone in government.
I mean,
It wouldn't be the most reputable sourcing, but like
And
we could mention it to someone.
We haven't used that in a very long time.
Possibly. I was considering using it during the interrogogation, to be honest, but I didn't because I never actually spoke to anyone myself.
Yeah,
What
I don't know
actually
the second
those?
most important person not.
Do you know, funnily enough, I'm going to give a no.
But anyway, so when we saw these transactions, who were they going out to? Because if we can find out who's being paid for these jobs, we might be able to track down. So it's Gertie.
Yeah.
Do you reckon Gertie's guns are going to be the ones putting off the assassination?
Probably.
At least paying for it.
I reckon they will be behind it. Yeah.
I mean, we could
Maybe your brother might know something.
possibly. I mean, he may. I don't know if the contract would have gone out to him as an option.
I don't imagine they would have gone out of house.
Yeah, but he's probably still know about it. He is the Raven.
Yeah, I mean, they might have offered in the contract. You never know.
Even if
So
they didn't, he'd
literally
probably still
just
know
said they
about
probably
it.
wouldn't go out of house. For something this sensitive.
Yeah, but even so, he
Sure.
might still know something about it.
Yeah, I mean, when we were working as Black Op for Gertie, were there any other teams we were aware of that were doing the same thing as us?
Absolutely not. You were the only team.
Okay, so it's
Nice.
fun. Okay, so they probably haven't had time to replace us because we've only actually been gone for like a couple of weeks.
They probably saw it as a failed program and
To
decided
be
to get
fair-
it again.
To be fair, what you know is that it's been a couple of weeks, probably verging on nearly a couple of months at this point.
Okay, yeah.
From which you have been departed from Gertrude's Garden in a rather final
Hazard way.
You know that Jerry Fitzroy the 40th, 39th? I think the 40th.
Yeah.
Basically, her Gertrude's father-in-law has taken over Gertrude's guns. From what little you know of him, you know him to be quite a brutal guy. He's quite a brutal guy.
Does he have
How
any?
he runs it, you don't know because you've never worked for him.
Does he have any affiliation with Zookip, as far as we're aware?
You mean other than being part of Gertrude's guns?
Yeah.
Not that you would know of. You can look into it. You don't have any reason to. You've never really had much in the way of dealings with him.
Well, I know nothing about him. I'm just
Exactly.
wondering whether he would have had anything to do with this.
As I said, Zookip isn't something you generally announce that you do. Like, hey, I'm part of Zookip because I'm an asshole.
Yeah.
That's generally not something you announce. It's more of like an underground
Is
thing.
do they have like an underground base of operations or anything like that?
You don't know.
Should we try and look it up? Because if so, there's probably going to be people involved with it there.
Or do we just wander around Britia loudly going, "Those damn aliens! Ah, if only there was something we could do about them. Us and our team of experienced mercenaries. Ah, like we've got an excellent sniper who's just got no aliens to shoot right now. God damn it!"
I'd love to see the organisation that on the day before a massive operation just wanders into the street and goes, You sounded like you were complaining loudly. Come join our secret organisation."
To be fair, I think the Lincoln assassination basically did that.
So, you seem dissatisfied.
Yeah, there was literally like a bloke of dude sitting in this dude's house, just like, "I really don't like that guy. Yeah, I think we should shoot him to death." Okay, sweet.
So, what do you guys want to do? You have many options before you. As you notice, I am prepped hand-free right now, so...
I think we should go to a pub and loudly complain about aliens.
Okay. If we're doing that, did you want to split up so we're more kind of like...
Isolated?
Well, I think more chance
Let's
to
go on a
bump into
holiday.
someone. I think we should alert these people, these alien representatives anyway, to let them know there's a threat against them. Because you never know, they may actually want us to help them out.
Well, yeah, but you've got to consider, like, these will be like major delegations to a massive peace summit, so they probably receive like a dozen crank calls an hour. Us reporting something genuine will be just as hard to verify.
Yeah, but at least we'll let them know that.
At least it'll salve our conscience for when we leave and go on holiday.
Yeah.
Yes.
It won't take us any time to let them know.
I suppose, yeah.
Well, I mean, if we went there, we could always see whether they'd have any resources to look into it. Like, we are aware of a credible threat against you.
Go where?
To these delegations.
Do you know where they are?
Well, we know we've got like the Nitu delegation, which is the new war mistress, we've got Irilisk, and we've got Rutai. So I don't know where they are now, but I'm pretty sure we'd be able to like contact whoever they. I'm sure if we spoke to like some Rutai kind of government officials, they'd be able to say talk to this person.
To be fair, if we managed to find a Rutai government official, we'd probably be lucky to like get them to say anything in time to stop the assassination.
Well, how long is it until this meeting?
Say 3 weeks.
Yeah, we've got 3 weeks. Yeah,
Let's say,
this is the Rutai do.
yeah, but we could actually just go to the Rutai place.
Yeah, let's say 2.5 weeks, which is say 25 days.
Well, who do you
Let's
reckon
say
would be the easiest ones to convince? Rutai, Irilisk, Nitu, or Gendal?
Well, the Irilisk actively hate us. The Gendal actively hate us. The Nitu don't give a toss about us and have locked down their system. Everyone has to pass through the Rutai system, but the Rutai will probably be the slowest to react.
But they may be like,
You also kind of potentially maybe have an in with the Irilisk. Thanks to your connections through Helena.
True.
Okay.
We stole
But we
that.
would literally, at that point,
We stole her from the Gendal.
Yeah, we stole her from the Gendal.
Anyway.
Oh, yeah.
yeah. We haven't
We
in
liberated her.
with the smallest, weakest power in the system.
Oh wait, did you say Irilisk?
Yeah,
And it's not like
No? Why not?
Ennis doesn't like Irilisk.
because they were stealing survival players, cryotubes.
They didn't
Bastard
steal
bugs.
them. They just
They were stealing them.
They didn't give them back.
We had to
They-
go and forcibly remove them from them.
Yeah, they didn't exactly give
If
them
you have
over
if you have
very
to like
quickly.
go into someone else's house and like retrieve your property with a gun, then that person's stolen them.
I'm sorry, your property. Our fellow humans are your property now.
The properties of humanity.
Okay.
I just use the
think-
royal we in regards to
I
like
think
everyone
Lola may
else.
think slightly different than that.
I could have left you with the bugs.
Yes, I think that's a really dodgy statement.
You could
I'm
be
sorry,
being
your
roamed by
comatose
many
body
men
is
right
his
now.
property. Now you're awake, it's fine, but just be aware. Next time you fall asleep,
I'm anyone's property. Good to know.
where?
Yeah.
You heard her.
Smooth moves, Dick. You hear from the cockpit. All right, so.
I reckon go
Form
speak to
plan of what you wanna
the
do?
speak to the Rutai.
We need to at least tell someone.
Yeah.
At least to try to. They probably
Yeah.
won't listen.
I'd rather not give myself the reputation of being an alien hater, to be honest.
Yes. To be fair, if we go to the Rutai, we can just like go and shout it in the centre of the Confederate government, and everyone passes through there on the way to Zook,
Yeah.
apart from
Confederacy.
Zookip.
Who are already there.
Yeah, the Confederacy's based on Kuz.
Okay.
So
Why don't we do that then? Head towards the biggest, most powerful group and go, look, we've got evidence of an assassination threat against you.
Alright, but you can do it. I'm not doing that again.
Yeah, okay.
You're
Yeah,
the most
someone else can do the
charismatic
talking.
person here.
I know I'm the most
character, maybe.
Tell you
charismatic.
what, before we go there, why don't we just discuss the ground rules of things you should and shouldn't say? For example, don't walk in there and say
Shut
you're going
up.
to murder them if they don't obey you.
Yeah.
That's a good number one rule.
Yeah.
I never threatened to murder them.
I mean, another obvious one,
Insinuated
it kind of goes without saying, is when you're surrounded by itchy, trigger-fingered, security advisors, don't shout bomb.
I
Don't
never
shout
did that
gun.
either. Didn't do that either.
Don't shout kill or death or die.
Anything that sounds roughly like that.
I
Yeah.
didn't say any of those words.
Don't
The
say
crazy
anything
was,
that sounds
if
like
you
you
don't
might
do
be
this,
wearing a vest.
People are going to die.
Yeah.
I said
In a
murdered.
fairly threatening
Don't
manner.
charge into a bank shouting death.
Yeah. In short, just don't go into anywhere official shouting anything that sounds like you're wearing the last vest you ever plan on wearing.
Yeah.
Shut up.
Yeah, it's not a good thing.
No.
But anyway, I think if we
I
go
made
there,
one little mistake.
I think we
And
could,
your mama got scared.
I think we could use this thing with this
Points.
president dude to actually try and win more
Just
more
waiting for
stuff to our cause. If we say we were meeting with this guy to discuss this risk, and then he was assassinated by this sniper, which he was.
Incredible threat.
Again,
There again, because they were trying
it's
to show
fine.
him.
But you can talk to them. I'm not
Okay,
talking to
fine,
anyone.
I'm happy to tell
Everyone
them that.
should be straight in their story.
But that's what I mean. Let's get our story straight now before we go in there and tell them different stories.
Okay.
But if we say we were meeting with this guy to discuss this threat because we'd got a message to him personally, and he was he was concerned by this threat, so he'd agreed to meet us in this quiet place. He turned up, told us about the threat, and then was then killed by a sniper. We then had came to deliver the news straight to these guys. Yeah, this guy died a hero. We should totally sell that he was an awesome guy and
I do feel like this is going to land us back in the prison cell.
Well, no, because we didn't kill anyone, and we came straight to the authorities immediately as soon as this thing happened. But of course, we couldn't trust Earth authorities because we didn't know who was involved in this. So we came straight to the affected parties, being the alien delegations.
Okay.
If I end up in the prison cell again.
To be fair, if we're going to run straight to the authorities, why don't we just report it to the Confederate Customs Authority, on the gate, rather than leaving the system?
Yeah, should we do that
I
then?
mean, obviously they won't be able to stop Zukip coming in with bombs because Zukip's already here, but they can warn the delegations as they pass through the ring.
Yeah. Should we go and report to them then?
Also, they have copping an enormous fleet.
Yeah.
If something goes wrong,
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay, so we'll go and report that to them then.
Do this.
This is going to be the greatest day for this customs official. It's like, hey, have you got anything to declare? Yeah, the Vice Chancellor's dead, and there's going to be about attempts to be made on all of the delegation coming through. I hope you've been paid overtime. I hope you get paid overtime, sir.
I hope you get paid overtime. And here are immaculate printouts of all of our evidence.
Can we stop somewhere where I can get a wig, please?
Also printouts.
Why don't you just
Printouts, yeah.
trim your hair?
Because my hair is already ridiculously short.
Is it?
What colour is your hair? Pink, isn't it?
I thought you had long hair.
Yeah,
No, I have short hair.
Just short
Ah.
pink hair.
Short blue hair.
Is it blue?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's pink. Right.
It's been a couple of months. It might have changed.
Why don't you
I
just
don't
shave and go bald?
I'm not going bald.
Why not? It's exotic.
No.
When
Do
did
you
the half
know
bald
where
go?
we can find a wig in space?
Any shop.
Any
Yeah,
shop?
in space.
In any shop.
So when we go to the customs official and say we came straight from the scene, except for a brief stop at a wig shop because, our female captain, our female.
I don't want to be put in jail.
I don't think a wig's going to change that.
Yeah.
It might help.
Probably not.
Yeah,
We're going to
you-
tell them about
You
the
still literally have the same face and the same hideously illegal
So
But
happy
I
meal.
have a different hairstyle.
I found a place.
What?
With
Don't
a wig?
think anyone's going to find us here. I'm pretty sure there's not going to be any wigs here, but we're
Oh.
in a place we can hide here for a while. Kind of dangerous.
Where?
This kind of little planet. It's called Oz.
Oz?
Uh-oh, no.
What's Oz?
Oz. Is this
The Great and Powerful.
Let's just say it's a planet that people don't want to go to.
Why?
Because it's kind of it's dangerous.
Does it have a yellow brick road?
No.
Has a yellow brick wall.
Well, how about everyone just strap in and I'm going to try and land.
Well, hang on. Before we go, we have a new destination.
What? Why? But we're here.
Why?
Don't we want to hide? This is what. See, she like basically comes away. She probably doesn't even bother like changing any of the sticks or anything. It comes back and is like, but you said we needed to run and hide, so now we're running and hiding. And I found us at this planet. And then you want to go somewhere else? Why didn't you tell me you were planning to go somewhere else?
We were just discussing it.
How long ago did you decide this? We're now here. We're always
2 seconds
too
ago.
late.
So, how quickly did we get there? We've been discussing this for like 10 minutes, and so we're not
I'm
planet.
going to assume it's going to take a little time to take off. Go ahead, and then you sat down and have your conversation. Because
Okay.
otherwise, bam, you haven't actually even really got off the planet.
Okay,
Yeah.
fine. That's a fair point.
We all stopped to have a couple
Is
of cups of
Oz
tea.
anywhere closer to the Mesring than where we were before?
Absolutely not. If you want to have a look at the wonderful map that's
That's
on the
behind me
map,
now.
yeah, the little red planet, that one. It's on a plane 90 degrees. It's a little red one.
Yeah, no, so
Yeah.
that's where the measuring is. So.
Kind of the furthest point away.
Yeah, it's
Sorry.
also on a 90 degrees to the rest of the planets.
Yeah,
So
Okay.
it's a rogue planet.
Could we?
Gets exceptionally close to the sun.
Okay, so right, Ducky, we need to get to the Mesring because we're going to try and swing this kind of like assassination thing in our favour. But we
We also need to
do
stop
this
at the
quickly.
shop on the way.
We don't need to stop at a shop on the way. The whole point is you're the recognised person.
I don't want to be recognised.
The whole point is that you originally rose this threat, though of course you're going to have to take on your persona of Scarlet Rose and keep it away from that.
Fine. If I go into a fucking cell, it's your fault.
If you go into a cell, you just need to chill. You need to calm down.
You need to
Oz,
chill.
No.
Mesring.
Yes.
Yep.
Going to a Mesring. So we're going
Uh-huh.
to take this bucket of bolts to the Mesring.
We're not going through it, we're just taking it to it.
Okay.
What do you mean, bucket bolts? It's our ship.
We got damaged, didn't it?
No, it's fine.
Well, one of the...
You flew it through a helicopter and did pretty well from that.
It did. I mean, there's slight damage to one of the missile tubes, but yeah, I mean,
Another one.
maybe.
You know, originally we had 6.
I'm going to
We're
go!
down to 5
Get us
now.
to the
One of them's
Mesring.
damaged.
And she just like goes off like...
We're not back on the ship.
We are on the ship, yes.
Yeah.
We're currently about to, like, in orbit of Oz, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're in orbit
Yes,
right now.
Your wonderful girlfriend was about to crash us into a prison colony. Thanks for that.
Black site operations, there's no prison colony there.
Okay, anyway, so yes, we're going to head towards the Mesring, and as soon as we get to within hailing
I assume it's a
distance,
prison colony.
who's going to be on the comms? Mr. Quinn, do you want to appraise him of the tactical situation?
Well, we just need to get in and talk to someone, right?
Well, we can just send them a communication as soon as we get within range.
I guess I could attempt some sort of talking.
Cool.
Some sort of talking.
Gone so well in the past.
Why don't you just patch her through?
No!
But I want to see... I'm kind of curious to see how deep you could dig yourself in this one.
Fuck off.
But equally, I don't really want to spend the rest of the campaign to sell.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I say. Why don't you
I
get,
can talk to him if you want.
Yeah, why don't we get someone to patch her through? So we can like, you know, set up like a stable video link from a short distance away, and then get her to, like, you know, relate our case when we're not sitting in an interrogation room or close enough to be manacled.
Sounds good plan to me.
But manacles are fun.
But I'm pretty sure
I'm
they're going to
happy
Sometimes
with that plan.
manacles are
I'm
fun.
happy with that plan.
Though when they obviously are going to tell us that they want to, like, you know, take us in for questioning. Are you guys going to submit to that, or are we going to run away? Because
We're going to run away.
That
If we run
makes
away,
us look
then-
really suspicious.
Yeah.
But I don't want to go into prison.
We're not going to go to prison. We've just delivered them useful information.
They're going to want to verify.
We'll need
Yeah.
to print out the information, basically. We need something in a hard copy that's not on a highly legal device
Yes.
that they can then trace.
Yeah.
Do we have a printer on board?
Okay.
There's never a printer on board.
Well, it
Use
sounds like a
flash
useful thing to
drives.
have.
Yeah.
We've
Good
Put it
check
on a
it.
flash drive.
We've printed out certificates and licenses and God knows what already.
Not
Yeah,
really,
it
it's
has.
the digital things, but
No, I have printed out
you
physical
printed
copies.
stuff out, but
Yeah.
you probably were going to print like all this. Why would you not put them on flash drives?
Yeah, we could just put it on a flash
Sure,
drive.
just give us a flash drive then. Yeah.
Because then we have to give up flash drives rather than papers that they can have to shuffle
I think they're a
and get
diamond open.
confused by and drop.
Sure.
Maybe we can give them lots of
We
lots
managed,
of
we
flash
managed to
drives.
fill the briefcase, the top of the briefcase off
You
with
did.
paperwork.
You did, to be
So
fair.
we can print.
If you really want to print this out, that's entirely up to you. I mean, that's
Let's
your
print
choice.
it out.
Mm.
Printy,
Okay.
printy, printy.
We can
Um,
do both.
So Ducky is currently ploughing her way towards the Mesring.
Yep.
Is there anything you guys want to do beforehand? I know you want to print out a copy of all the information that Helena has gathered and the stuff you found from the...
The stuff that we found out from speaking to this dude himself.
Yeah, but how are you recording that?
Just writing
We had
it
open
down.
comms.
You did have
recording.
open comms. That is correct.
So we'd probably recorded it.
Yep. You have
Well, obviously, we can edit the recording to take out, like...
Okay.
Actually, no, we wouldn't need to.
Nobody said anything. I think that was that incriminating.
Only
No.
the dude who died said anything incriminating.
He did actually slip. He did say he.
Yeah.
Himself. Yes.
So,
However, if you are listening back to it, you become very well aware that you cannot sell this off as him being a war hero
Okay.
in any way.
In that
shape,
case,
or
we
form.
could just say
That's
that
fine
he's
as
scum
well.
then.
Yeah.
We'll just say this guy, look, we spoke
been
to him,
orchestrating
and
it.
he turned out to have actually been the ringleader.
and to be fair, we can...
Okay, so he's not a war hero.
We've,
No.
we clearly showed that we tried to get an official sort of a face-to-face with him. That didn't work. We have a recording of a face-to-face we managed to get with him. He would have logged a flight plan to get there,
Maybe.
most likely, or at least it would have been shown that he'd been using a helicopter.
More importantly, that helicopter no longer exists.
Yeah,
The helicopter blew up.
snipers.
Yep.
Assassins.
Yeah.
Not our fault. Yeah, so
Okay.
we've got all the evidence we need, really.
Right.
We can just simply go, we didn't know.
Mm-hmm.
We were reporting it to a senior official, as we said we were, under oath in interrogation.
It's true. It's true.
It is true.
And someone who's clearly falling apart, not trying to hide anything, falling over themselves to tell the truth. You see?
Wow.
You should be on comms.
This is going to be hilarious because I think I've just figured out how I'm going to run the rest of this game.
Oh god.
So,
I think maybe you should be on
There is no
comms, yeah.
rolling of the sleeves, but I have plans. You silly people.
Okay.
Okay, awesome. In
Sounds
that
like a good
case, yes. Is there anything else you want to do? So you are making a copy of the audio. Are you doctoring it in any way or leaving it as is?
I think it's best not to doctor it
Yeah.
because then it will become
Okay.
obvious. Because we never
Excellent.
actually said anything like we're here to kill you or anything, and we never shot him.
I don't think we even threatened him.
Mm-mm.
No,
Cool.
No.
no, we didn't. I never threatened him.
Mm-mm.
We
No,
never
He threatened me.
Actually, also, you said that you spotted snipers. You definitely said that. You never said that you were taking a shot.
Also, he said he's got snipers covering us.
He
but-
did, yeah. He said that, and you said that you spotted them,
Yeah.
but you never said you had anyone trained on him.
No, I did actually say that. I
Yeah.
said that.
They did
When he
actually
said
say
he
that
had
we had
snipers,
we
I
had
Like,
said,
we
so
have
do
one
we.
too, yeah. But
Yeah.
that, to be fair, makes sense. You wouldn't want to go in.
Well,
I'm
we
not
do.
gonna- I'm not going to help
He's-
you out. I'm
yeah.
not going to help you out.
I mean,
Okay.
we just go in like as truthful as we can.
Yeah.
Mhm.
To be honest, this is actually one of those situations where the absolute truth is actually
Well-
not incriminating for once. Well, not the absolute, like
Yeah.
Most
The
of
truth
the,
of our
the
cover.
apparent truth.
Yeah.
is the
Yeah.
Yeah.
We are a security firm. My character has been established. Well, my cover identity has been established to carry a sniper rifle and be part of the
Before you
security.
give me ammunition to use it, you and I have like 20 minutes to think about what I'm doing. What else are you guys doing? So you're making a copy of the audio. You are printing out everything Helena gave you.
Yeah.
Printing out everything you found off your hat device.
Yep.
Basically, we're printing
Is there
off all the effective
Yeah.
evidence.
Is there anything else that you guys are doing?
I'm reloading my rifle of the 2 bullets that I fired.
Okay. Right. We've got a reloading of a rifle. Is there
Yeah.
anything anyone else wants to do?
I'm just thinking that
I have things I think you could do, but I'm not going to tell you. So I know that there are other things that are possible out there.
I'm just wondering, do we want to go in using our false IDs or actually reveal who we actually are?
We need to go into the
False.
false IDs because that's who went into the
Yeah.
main building.
That's who was in the meeting.
Okay. I'm just wondering because there might be someone there who recognises me.
Well,
As in you know
is he
someone.
a friend?
Don't know.
Ennis is pretty much one of the most well-known faces in Britia.
So I've literally been going around rescuing people from cryo for the last 10 years. So a lot of people would recognise my face if I was just walking around.
The rest of us could go under our assumed identities. I don't think you were involved that much.
I don't think my name was ever mentioned as being.
No.
So they would have obviously scanned in your identity, but we could just say you weren't with us at the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, go with that
Stay on
then.
the ship. Yeah.
Because actually, I also think I shaved my head before we went in there as
You
well.
did.
You did,
You
yeah.
did, yeah. Smart move.
But then your head is still shaved. So.
Yeah. Your hair will
Right.
not
You
have
guys
grown
do
back in
need a
10
wig
minutes.
shot.
I will wear a hat.
We need a
I will
wig.
wear a festive, a stylish hat.
I have a tie-dye
Stetson.
I'm a
bandana.
Stetson.
Everyone has
I
Stetsons.
have a tie-dye bandana also.
Okay, I will put. Can I borrow your tie-dye bandana?
Yeah.
I will put the bandana and then put the Stetson on top of the bandana.
This is
So if someone's
outrageous.
like, haha, and whips the hat off, I've got the bandana on them, like, what the hell's wrong with you?
Yeah, you whip the they whip the bandana off and you go, are you happy? I have cancer. All that time hanging around cryo tubes.
Oh,
Like-
we're all going.
You know,
Oh.
We
that
knew
shit
that
isn't
already.
safe.
We knew that already.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm loving how this is playing out. Okay.
It's just always so scary when you seem happy with what we're doing.
Yeah, this is awesome because I literally have no idea what you guys were going to do. I have things that are going to happen to you. I had no idea what you were going to do.
I love this idea that we're actually going to the authorities with the assassination plot.
Yeah.
We're actually doing the right thing for once.
It's the first time, I think.
I'm not happy, but
A
okay.
conscience has appeared amongst you all. Get to know this conscience, guys. I doubt it'll be here long.
Mine's not there.
I feel like
Right.
maybe our lack of conscience has left us.
Yeah. That's the problem.
Well,
That's because I was your original conscience.
Let's face it. The reason we're doing this is because we've pissed off absolutely everyone else.
We can get ourselves off the hook.
Yeah. If we can finally if we could get on the right side of one government once, there's like a tiny chance that we might be able to go somewhere where the government doesn't want us dead.
Yeah.
That would be good.
Yeah.
Alright,
Not
so
gonna happen.
is there anything else you want to do?
I don't think so.
Also, I forgot to tell you guys you had 2 session points at the end of the last session.
Oh.
So if you want to level up, do it now.
We need pencils.
Not that I'm throwing that out or anything, but it's that
Pencils.
convenient opportunity when you walk up to the boss room and there's a chance for
And
you
there's
to save
suddenly
your
tons of
progress.
health kits everywhere.
Yeah,
and you're like,
yeah.
oh god, there's loads of ammo,
Consider
loads of
that
health kits.
this moment. Technically, I guess Tepid would also have 2
You give
session
us
points, but
pencils.
he's
Can
not
I
here,
heal
so-
up from
I don't
any
have
previous
pencils.
damage, or have we not got time?
Can we have
You
pencils?
have time for someone to give you a medic check, yeah, if you need it.
Somebody medic
Okay.
me.
So,
Medicate me.
how much is it to level up skills? Ability, rather?
One.
Pencil with a lead in it. What are our leads in
Oh,
this?
God,
I
just
medic
a
him for
Bernardi.
14.
How much is it to level
Yeah,
up an
roll whatever your
ability?
medic check is. An ability,
Yeah.
I think it's like 1 session point for a D4. Maybe 2 session points for a D4. Oh, it's 1 for a D4.
That's
'cause
13
half
health.
One
size.
for a D4.
That's
and how much for
far
a
exceeding the 4 I
hit point?
required, thank you.
It's 1 for a D6.
It's 170.
Hmm?
This is a bit there.
Is that
I
stat
think.
by?
I can't remember.
Stat by is 1d4.
I know it was 1D4 for that, but I'm in hit points. I think it's 1D6.
Okay.
Yeah, it is. Oh, HP's only to your endurance.
Yep. So
It's
this
capped
is a
now.
slight change from the rules that we've been running before. We decided to upgrade it a little bit. Your hit points can no longer exceed your endurance total. So if an endurance of 23,
okay.
you cannot go above that anymore.
And I will not roll in
For this particular campaign, I will allow the over because we have been running with it so far. But when we go to do the next Spice set of games, we will not be doing that. Unless there's an exception, I know we'll be coming up for Lola's, for Killer Kitten's one shot.
I've decided that Mac has become better at lying because he
Me
told the
too, actually.
master of all lies.
I've actually got better at charisma because I keep talking to people.
Yeah.
Despite me like not really
Yeah.
I need another pencil.
being any good at that.
Right now,
Ryan, someone give him a new
No,
pencil.
it's dead.
The fact it's taken you this long for someone to give you a pencil.
I gave him a pencil just now.
Yeah, but it was.
And it's broken.
I now have a 5/8 in manipulate, despite having a 2 in charisma.
I'm now 3 in charisma.
You what? You mean I'm not better than you in every regard? Oh no!
Also, my perception floors yours,
Well, yeah,
Mr. Sniper.
yeah.
Alright,
don't better see him, I can shoot him.
Right, so let's start with tech. What are you upgrading and why?
I am upgrading my charisma.
Yep.
Because I had like my Godfather scene with this dude who we were speaking to last week.
That's true.
Without incriminating myself in the process.
That's true. You were very good. So I will allow that upgrade.
And I'm also going to increase my perception.
Okay.
Because I keep hunting for things like all the time. Like, what do you see? I see this. I hear this.
Okay. You just become more sharp.
Yeah.
Alright, okay. Thirsty.
I have increased my manipulate because I aced the shit out of that interrogation.
You aced the shit out of the interrogation and you aced the shit out of nailing that guy. So, okay, I'm definitely allow that. Killer Kitten.
1 second.
Alright, the
You
other
come back
one.
to me.
I have increased my dexterity because I have been sneaking and shooting shit constantly.
Jesus
Like, without-
Christ.
What are you Jesus Christing at?
I now have
Dexterity.
52.
Yeah.
Really? Holy crap! You are 8 away from max.
Well, I don't have no reason to up it anymore because every stat that I use is now maxed anyway.
That's fair enough. That's a very
Quick draw.
good point. You could get quick draw, yeah.
Could get quick
Which
draw.
would make you-
I do have 2 spare session points. I only rolled 3 times to get
Yeah,
there.
you need to get 4 for a perk. Shit.
I'll tell you what. We only have this session and the next one left. So I will agree to let you have quick draw now, but you can do no upgrade to your characters for the rest of the campaign.
Okay.
Alright, I'll allow it.
What does quick draw do again?
Quick draw basically means that
Always shoot
literally
first.
if it comes down to a quick draw like guns at dawn moment, you will draw first. So initiative wise
But
you
at
tend to be
-2.
before. No.
I thought if you use it, you get like -2 attack, but you get to go first.
No.
I swear or something.
No,
like
that was something else. That's something along the sniper tree that Nazir had. So
Looking it up.
you can look it up all you want, but this is the ruling for this moment.
That was a draw the
Okay.
bead. A draw a bead.
That's draw a bead, yeah. That takes like 5 minutes to set up.
Right.
But yeah, you can have quick draw. As a note, you and Tepid both have quick draw. So please don't pull guns on each other. That's all
Or you
I'm
will
gonna
destroy
go.
the universe.
When racing against someone to draw a gun and fire first, you pull and fire first at -2 attack. Is
If
the
you want the
official rule book.
-2, sure.
I won't.
It's not official until I've actually put it in the book.
Is that the official rulebook, or is that the version you have access to?
That's the version I have access to.
That would be one.
Yeah.
That's the super old one.
Yeah.
That's the very super old one. Yeah.
Yeah.
But the ruling is for this particular, I haven't put it onto Tepid as being -2. And there's no way I'm going to get to you at -2 either. So.
I'll
Okay.
take that.
Over to Killer Kitten.
I have increased my endurance and my dexterity and my hit points
Okay.
because
Justify those for me.
my endurance has been increased via my having been interrogated.
See, I would count that as a minus to your endurance.
That's a good point. You didn't do very well.
Didn't
You
do very
cracked under
well.
pressure. So I would not count that as an increase to endurance.
Yeah, but it's all experience, you see.
Yeah,
now
it's
now
not
that she knows
experience.
that, now she's been through that
I would
experience.
say that's more
Experience.
like a crack in your armour that people can now use to pierce and break you apart easier.
Yeah,
I'm
but
gonna
being
need a better
aware of that-
justification of that.
Your countless injuries.
My countless
Your countless injuries.
legitimate.
Your thick,
Your
callous
hideously
scar
disfigured
tissue.
face.
I no longer have a disfigured face. I got surgery now.
No,
Your surgery.
let's be honest. You have a disfigured face.
I don't.
You
I
just-
have surgery.
No,
You just-
you just have like the undisfigured parts of your face stretched over the disfigured parts now.
Okay, so I'll allow
Yeah.
that as an endurance increase. Dexterity.
I had sex with that guy in the bar.
He taught you some things, did he?
He bent you in ways you've never been bent before.
I'll take it. It's
Can you
a
now,
vague
like-
justification.
Can you now like tie cherry stems and things with your
Yes,
tongue?
that's
Okay.
good. Okay. And what was the last one? Hit points.
Hit points, yeah.
I don't need justification for that. That's fine.
Thank you.
Okay.
You're not dead yet.
I'm not dead yet. That's the justification.
Okay. Excellent. All right. Is okay. Other than leveling up, is there anything else you guys want to do or prep for what's coming up? Yeah, don't keep just.
Are we like commuting to? Are we heading to the Mesring at the moment?
You are, yes.
Are we on autopilot?
You can be.
Cool. I'd like to just go and spend some time with Ducky alone
Okay.
because there's a possibility that what we're planning is going to go horribly wrong.
Okay. Is there anything you
Time
want to
with
say to
Ducky
her in
alone.
particular?
Basically, just spend some time alone with her and just like say like if this all
He
goes
loves
horribly
her.
wrong. and
Wait. Let's not do third person in what you're doing.
Okay.
Tell her what you're going to say.
Fine. I will take her along to the other room and be like so we're alone, so no one else can hear us and things. Well,
I'm gonna go with nobody else. Let's say for the sake of brevity and the fact that you guys are dicks and would listen if you could. I'm gonna say you can't.
yeah.
Oh.
So I'm going to basically take side and say, look, there's what we're trying here is, risky. It could go horribly wrong, and I just wanted to let you know that in case like something does go wrong, I have very strong feelings for you.
Cop out.
Well, do you have to do this? I mean, couldn't you just, I don't know, write them a letter and then we could just leave?
No, it wouldn't be good enough. If we just give them a letter, they'll just chalk it up as like some crank. We need to make sure they actually take this seriously.
Are you sure you've thought about all the consequences of this? This is going to paint like a really big target on you all.
I know,
I
but
just want you guys to, I don't really care about this. I just want you to be safe.
yeah, but let's face it. If this works in our favour, we're going to be heroes. So, I mean,
Heroes to who?
I don't know. I'm sure someone's going to appreciate the fact that those people haven't died.
But do you not think that outing Zookip's involvement, that probably the other races aren't going to take too kindly to humanity anymore?
Not really. I mean, everyone has dicks. Just because, like, you know, we have some racist people. I mean, like, look what the Nitu have been doing. Shutting their borders and starting to go all war party on everyone. I mean, you know.
I just want to make sure you definitely want to be involved in this. I mean, we could drop the others off and fly away. I mean, we don't have to be here with them. We can, you and me, and Grog, I guess, we could just leave them.
Grog, I guess.
I think that's a tempting thing to do in the future, but for now, I want to do this, because I don't like these Zookip guys. They're dicks. I don't think people like that should be around. I don't want people like, you know, the human race to be known as, like, you know, the people who started a war amongst, like, you know, all these other races. And yeah, I mean, I've just spent like the last 10 years saving all these people. I don't want to get drawn into a war now. But so we'll go do our piece here. Hopefully it will all go okay, and then we can fly off into the sunset and not worry about it.
You care about me. And she like walks away and then she turns back and says, "But you just care about me, right? Nothing else you want to say before your impending death?"
I'm going to give her a kiss and just kind of fade to black at that point.
Okay. Excellent.
You don't want to
Such
tell
a
her.
cop out. No,
Yeah.
Don't say it for him, man. Don't say it for him. Okay. Yeah. You guys face black. I'm happy with that. Anything else anyone wants to do, talk to, set up?
Worse.
Last will and
After you've been
testament.
shot, you'll be reaching out going, tell her I really like her.
Just
Ducky, her hair smells really nice.
Smells like WD-40. So
Tell
good.
her I love spending time with her.
I really love spending time with you.
It's unbelievably hilarious.
God damn.
He feels awkward being the first one to say it. He doesn't know whether she's like, he already said it.
No, he didn't.
Yeah, I know he did.
Oh, he did.
He
Yeah,
did.
yeah.
But then she didn't say it, so he kind of felt a bit awkward. And then she was like, I don't want to kill myself for you. And he was like, oh, okay, maybe this isn't kind of like, maybe I should dial it back a
She
bit.
hasn't said it back yet. My bad. No, that can wait.
It's okay, the relationship's building, it's cool.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's you doing your personal stuff. Does
Yep.
anyone else want to do anything to anyone? Like, this could potentially be your last opportunity to actually talk to anyone, or does anyone want to do like a last will and testament or anything that they want to set up for later on in case you do kick the bucket? You've already done yours, so I'm not allowing you to do anything else.
Mac, I enjoyed having your drinking buddies.
Yeah, it was good.
Yeah.
We should make sure we go back to that
That pub.
that bar. You know that the one with the bloke. You know the one where he took my
Which
shoe.
one? The one that took your shoe.
Yeah.
Yes, okay.
Oh, that was a good pub. What planet was that on?
I can't remember. I think that was the home. That was when we were staying at Helena's.
Oh well, we'll find it.
Okay.
If we have to drink halfway across the galaxy, we'll find it.
Okay.
Drink your way across the galaxy. That's one heck of a pub crawl.
So obviously it was like
Pub crawl across Serrano.
Yeah. At this point, I'm gonna we'll have finished our deep heart to heart. As good buddies. Having a stilted emotional chat. I'm gonna see Ducky leaving what's become their private quarters. For the last 15 minutes.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go into a dress and just like, it's been good. Yeah. Like man hug. Pat. Bye.
I just won't say anything during that. Just like, cheers.
Yeah.
As you leave.
It's been real. You've been a shit godson.
Oh, fuck you, Mac.
Ennis, I know. Not Ennis.
Ennis.
Freudian. Huh?
I can't remember your character.
Quinn.
It's written above his head. Oh, wait, you can't see
I
that.
can't see that, and I can't see his sheet.
So you've really got to fix that sign. It's gone.
Yeah, that's true.
Quinn, I know you can't feel emotions, but it was good to have you as a captain.
Sure.
Make a mental endurance roll.
Oh.
Breaks down in tears.
Take an anti-sniffles roll. Oh yes! Fuck yes!
6.
Oh, you feel that tightening in your chest. It's kind of cold. I feel like you're drowning a little bit.
Yeah.
Just yep.
Yeah. Me too. Yeah.
Just burst into tears. Like,
No, he can control it a lot better now.
Yeah, he's doing much better, which is why I haven't been making him roll checks so
I
often.
give him a pat on the shoulder.
He definitely is struggling, but he's like, yeah.
Oh my god!
We've got this. We can do this. We'll be fine. There's no reason to say goodbye. We're okay. Let's do this, guys.
Yeah.
Should we give Helena a call and say a group goodbye?
It's possible.
Why are we saying
No,
goodbye?
send her an email.
I think we should just like do this and then we'll speak to her afterwards.
Send her an email.
We have no reason to believe this is going to go wrong.
No, I think it'll be fine. Let's go.
If we're saying goodbye to each other.
I'm not saying goodbye to anyone. Let's go.
Well, that's like the failed deception check right there.
I think
I'm trying to keep the people's spirits up.
I think now would be an excellent time to tell Helena what we're doing and send her a copy of what we know,
That's a good point.
so that she can send it to anyone if anything goes wrong.
That is a good
That was
idea.
actually the other thing I was waiting for someone to bring up, is making sure that somebody else, not on your ship, has a copy of all this shit.
Good point.
In case things go
mean,
south.
The obvious ones would be Helena and DJ Moon.
And Danny.
Well,
Well, send DJ Moon, they'll get it.
but DJ Moon can
And
broadcast
also
it to
Helena.
literally everyone.
Yeah.
Send it to
True.
your mum as well.
Yeah.
I don't want to send it to my mum because I want to get involved
Yeah,
in
yeah,
that stuff.
okay, yeah.
Alright, so
But yeah, send it to Helena and DJ Moon.
what are you calling them? Are you what?
I'll just
Spreading it.
send an email. I'll send one through to DJ Moon. We just like to spread the word as
Um,
the key with all the attachments on it.
Spread the word.
The
Okay.
word.
In fact, fuck it. Why the hell are we going to the Cox? We can just get DJ Moon to broadcast it
Yeah,
to
but I mean,
literally
we
everyone.
could broadcast there, but I think we should still go and talk to them and say these are the genuine recordings we made. We've spread the word anyway. But we wanted to let you know.
Here are the recordings, spread the word,
you
leave
do-
it.
I mean, you
24
guys
hours.
do have the contact information for DJ Moon, and you do have your contact information. Some of you memorise the contact information for the Raven.
Yeah.
He said he was going out of town he's obviously off with Irisk systems, so far as you know, but you don't really know what DJ Moon is up to. You can attempt to call him if you wish, for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, go on then. We'll give him a call and let him know what
So the worst you can do is attempt to. You don't know if he's in the area.
Yeah, okay, we'll try and call DJ Moon.
Okay. Leave it down to a thing. What if you roll a d12? Evens, he's in the system. Odds, he isn't.
Even. Hey.
It's in the system. As you guys are heading away from Oz, you're probably pretty close to where you can actually make contact with the Confederacy. You send a message out to DJ Moon, and Ducky kind of stops the ship a little bit so you can have this contact if he's in the area. And he is in fact in the area, and he says that he'll swing by, and he pretty much does.
Cool.
About an hour later, he docks with your ship.
Cool. Invite him in. While he's coming, I'll make some cook something
Okay.
because we've got an hour to burn
Behave.
while he's waiting to turn up,
Okay.
and
I kind of think this is probably the time in which you and Ducky would be getting into it.
Okay, fine.
Time-wise, it's probably about the right time.
Oh yeah, go on then. Yeah, alright, we'll do that.
DJ Moon, he, the airlock opens up, and he's standing there. He's wearing shorts, socks and sandals,
Long
white
beard.
shirt, decent beard. Yeah.
I'm kind of thinking like one of those ZZ Top beard.
No, it's not really that long. It's just kind of short.
I just imagine like black, really dark sunglasses and a ZZ Top beard, like with some Hawaiian things.
Pretty chill guy.
It's,
So what's up, man?
Dragon Ball Z, the old guy. That's the one, Master
Master
Roshi.
Hey, how's it going?
It's all right. What's the problem, then, my man?
We have some information about this. This big meet they're having, the summit. With all
Oh,
the things.
yep. busy trying to find out where that one is. So.
Yeah. Well, it's here. I'll tell you
We
where it
mean
is.
on the ship? I
Arena.
don't think.
No, it's
right,
not
so-
here. It's at the arena place.
Wait, do we know this?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we had the documents of it. I'm pretty sure it's called the arena.
Yeah, fuck it.
They were building an arena.
Yeah, they're building
So-
an arena.
Yeah, whichever it is. But yeah, so
You were in fact given like meta exact location. if I
exactly. Yeah,
remember
but we weren't.
because it is.
You said here's the meta location, then we
Yeah,
decided
it's a
something
meta
like that.
location. It's somewhere here.
So yeah, we could tell him where it is, and like basically there's going to be some zookeeper basically going to try and take out all these group that are coming, all the different diplomatic parties.
All right, we'll stop you for a second. Are you basically going to tell him the entire story of what's going on?
Yeah.
Everything from A to B. Okay. Anything you wish to embellish, or anything you wish to undersell, anything you wish to change in what narrative to him?
Yeah.
Otherwise, we'll assume you're going to tell him everything.
I'll just tell him
as
everything,
has happened since you first believed that Zookit was involved in that very first mission that we did on stream.
Yeah.
So you're going to tell him everything.
He's effectively my brother-in-law. So.
Yeah. You did see a ring on his finger.
Yeah. To be fair, you're going to say no to Raven?
Well, man, I'm not that traditional, man. I'm not going to push it. Okay, he listens with rapt attention. Are you all going to be talking to him? You're going to...
Yeah, we'll be in the room.
It will seem perfectly scripted. We'll each say things and we'll never cross over.
Yeah.
Of course not. You guys are totally just like blabbing across, and he basically roots through the
I
ship.
say as little as possible.
That's
I've
an
been told to stay
exceptionally
away
good
from
point.
him by the
Yes,
Raven
that is
himself.
exceptionally good. But I assume that you're sitting on the other end of the
Yeah.
table.
Originally, I was going to like stay in the cockpit, but then the story gets going, and I just can't avoid coming out and bragging.
Yeah.
So just when the story is particularly something I did, I come out and
Should
brag.
we-
Good one.
No, we didn't kill the guy, did we? No, it's fine. Yeah, we can
One
tell
of
him
us.
everything.
Yeah, you tell him everything.
Are we going to mention that we were the Black Ops team that did all this horrible stuff, like initially?
Well, that's why.
Or
That's why
we're
we're
going to
kind
say
of-
this. Like,
Maybe
we
we
know a Black Ops team did this. Like we have evidence
I'll get
because we
the
can
results.
tell them like what ship it was, where the ship was. Like we can tell them how much the ammo cost.
You're telling them everything.
I'll just tell him everything, yeah.
We know how that worked out last time. We told people who were all about the truth, the whole truth.
Nothing but the truth.
Why, man, my boyfriend's the Raven. You really think I care?
No,
I mean, I don't really like what he does. I don't really like what you guys are doing, but you know, it's a shit system, shit world.
Well, we're just trying to help.
I
That's
hope
all
it'll be
we're
a bit
trying
less
to do.
shit after we finish this next bit. So.
Yeah.
I mean, you're making up for what you've done, so you know, everyone's got to make a living. So, all right. Wow.
Oh,
It's,
maybe not broadcast this for say like a day or two.
I mean, I broadcast this, so I might as well get out of the business, man. I mean, they're gonna hunt me down hook, line, and sinker if I start broadcasting half of this stuff. I mean, man, what?
Well,
What you
what
got
I'm
to
saying
do
is
about
we're
this?
gonna
I mean-
we're gonna tell the authorities. We just want to make sure they don't bury it.
Like
that.
That must have been picked up.
Oh man, what a way to run a moment. I mean, you want me to broadcast this, or do you want me to, like, you know, I have a friend at the local newspaper who will give you everything, or say everything if you don't report back in, you know, that kind of jazz. Is that
You
what
could
you're
just
looking
like kind
for,
of
or-
basically say that you've heard news that there's been a big like leak that's gone out to the central Syrian government. Government. You don't need to come out and tell them what it is, because yeah, I've heard this, and then gradually like start putting a little bit more detail in, just to like let people know the stuff going down.
Yeah. Think what it
Basically,
did for your
if
subs.
we disappear and someone buries us, like you can get the story out there and make sure people know about it.
Yeah. We're trying to avoid a second war of the Orion.
Yeah, doesn't prick humans in a good light, though. I mean,
Well,
we're in a
Well,
bunch of dicks out here anyway.
It's not.
with,
It's not all humans. It's like a couple of them causing problems, but.
Yeah, I know that.
I mean,
man.
if we don't tell them and they walk in there and get assassinated, then that's going to put humanity in a really bad light. So
Yeah.
I'd rather warn them
Well,
that some
it's,
households might be after them.
It's 24 days before like this arena thing. Thanks to location. Bloody hell, it's my life a lot easier. I mean, 24 days before this goes down. So I'll tell
Maybe-
you what. If I've not heard back with you within 10
20
days,
days?
I'll 20
Oh.
days.
10 days.
10
10
days.
days.
10 days.
Yeah.
Still needs some
Hell, I was
time.
only going to say like 2 or 3. We're literally going to go straight there and tell them.
Alright.
If nothing happens in like 5 days, nothing's happening.
I'll tell you what, if I don't hear back from you in the next 3 days, I'll stop broadcasting something. And if I don't hear back with you within like 5 days, man, I'll start heading out towards where Dan is. So,
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
well,
So here's the
I'll go out
details.
to where I think Dan is.
I mean, here are the details. Like we've given like the flash drive copies of stuff. So like you can give these to Dan. And hear back from us.
Yeah.
Yeah. Alright, well. Good luck. Who knows what fuckers are out there. Alright. Have fun. Gets on a ship. Flies away. Okay, anything else you want to prep before you do this?
Have we sent it to Helena as well?
It's basically what we do.
We're just going to send it to her in a message, I assume.
Mm-hmm.
You'd have to send it to the Raven. Helena doesn't have a personal.
Yeah, that.
Well, we've already got DJ Moon taken out to them anyway, so we could try and find them.
True, we should be able to trust DJ Moon.
Okay. He seems reliable.
He's
hell,
a righteous dude.
Yeah, I was going to say, we could, we could send this to your parents and just say, just leave it there. Just leave it on a hard drive in the shed. Like, and if if you don't hear from us in 2 weeks, take it to the local police station.
Well,
No.
You could swing by your mum and do that, yeah. Any backups on this is something you could want to do because you don't know how these are gonna. You don't know how far this. You know that it's within Zookeep. You know it's definitely within humanity. It could be further than that. You just don't know. But this is me playing with your paranoia, so you can do what you want.
Yeah. I kind of want to avoid my mum, to be honest. 'Cause I don't want to bring any heat down there.
Well, no, you just make her anonymously drop it off.
Cucumber.
It's just
Also,
a
we're near
box.
the end of the thing, so I'm pretty sure
Sure,
we're going
to
to die
die.
soon.
doesn't really want to take his mum down with us.
Yeah, so I don't want to visit my mum because if anyone tries to track our progress, they go, oh, what happened? They went to this planet. Where did they go? Oh, they went to
you
his mum.
have other people that you know.
Yeah, well, we've already let DJ Moon know the backup plan.
Do we have other people?
You know loads of people.
We know lots of people who hate us.
Yeah.
We've annoyed a lot of people.
Okay, so you have people on Arc 2. Quite a few of those people would know you. You did live there for 4 months.
Got
Arthur!
dude, Arthur, yeah.
Yeah.
A bunch of people on Sally 2 that vaguely know of your existence. You
Is that the one where we're hated?
You're sorry?
Is that the one where we're
No,
hated?
Sally 2 you're sort of okay at. It's kind of like the mishmash market.
Yeah.
Whereas Sally 1 is the one that has Gertrude's guns on it. I was going to say you have James, but you've killed him.
Rightfully so.
You
All our
have
gender
the other option
contacts
that you could do it, you could go through the Fast
Doesn't really
Federation.
We could tell them.
Yeah.
We could send them a message, but we are like enemies of the Jendal, whether any Jendal will ever believe us.
The enemy of the Jendal,
Yeah,
yeah.
but
I mean, within
There
a
was the only enemy of
select
one
circle.
Jendal, not like
Yeah.
enemies of
Yeah.
all Jendal.
Yeah, but a member of the Fast Federation declared us an enemy of the Jendal.
They did, yeah.
But
they were
information is
Physically
information.
said that.
We
Yeah.
could send
You
it
have
to them.
options.
Yeah,
You
go on,
have
we'll
many
send it
options,
to.
is
Can
what
we
I'm
send
gonna
it to them
say.
on like a slow
Anonymously drop it off
signal?
or something.
Well, I'll just think if we basically go off tearing around the system, it's
Like
going
our
to
time
delay
to
the amount of time we get back to it. Yeah, basically, I was thinking if you just send it via slow transmission or send a large file, it's going to have to keep uploading to everyone along the steps. So, it's like sending a slinky down a really long staircase. By the time it gets to the end, it's taken like a day.
You could artificially make, Lola for sure could artificially make this file ridiculously huge.
Yeah, and that means that by
Like,
the time it
fill it with white
arrives
noise.
at them, then it can be like, it gives us that time to talk to the authorities before. Because if we send an email to them and they get it like now, they'll immediately go, oh my god, look at this information, before we have a chance to talk to anyone about it.
Yeah.
But at least that means that if they've got it, then we can say like we've already sent this information to FAST.
Well, we don't really want to be using that in our talks because unless something goes bad, because that'll seem like a threat or an
We could
intimidation.
just stick with what we've done with DJ Moon.
Yeah, he'll be
Yeah.
sending it to every bastard anyway.
Yeah, we're
Yeah.
probably going to say.
He'll be broadcasting it freely,
Yeah.
admittedly in a watered down fashion.
We know for a fact that he's difficult to find, so
True. Okay.
And he
I
will be
think we'll
passing
be
it on
okay
to
with
Raven,
what we've done so
onto the
far.
Raven as well. So,
Yeah.
So yeah,
I mean, the Raven is your brother. Tepid is there, and I doubt he'd let that shit stand. And also, Pain is there. Depending what state she is, doubt she'd let that shit stand. You don't know them well enough to know that.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Okay, I think we're good. I think we're ready to roll.
Okay. Okay. Good to know. Alright. You guys make your way towards the Mesrain. Who is on comms, who is on navs, who is on piloting duties?
We have a pilot, so I assume the pilot is on piloting. It is.
It's up to you guys.
I'm just wondering whether. I was thinking that we've got some.
Should maybe drop off Ducky somewhere?
That's what I was just thinking actually, whether we should like get Ducky off the ship because then she could not be involved in any of this. Is there anywhere we could drop off between Oz and here that we could drop Ducky off at?
You'd have to backtrack. But, not a big trip. It is someone you kind of like.
True. Okay, yeah, well.
kind of love.
It's someone that you care greatly for.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, so actually, I'll tell you what, I'm going to go. Alright, we will go swing in to see my mum because I can drop Ducky off there.
Someone you love spending time with.
So you can also have a copy of the information.
Yeah, we'll do that then. So we'll head back to Maeve's farm.
Okay.
And
the inn.
Yeah, the inn. While we're going there, we'll make a copy for Ducky to keep hold of. We'll go, if you don't hear from us in like a week, make sure this gets out.
Looks down at the thing, looks back up at you. He's like, but if you get in trouble, you're going to need someone who can fly in and out and get you really quickly. I don't want to.
To be fair, as soon as we go into port, we're going to get our ship seized anyway, so there's nothing you'd be able to do.
I don't really want to leave you guys like this. I mean,
Oh.
if you do need to break out, I mean, I might be your best shot. I mean, I can drop you off and then fly the ship back if you need be. And
Well, no, because then they're going to be like, who was the pilot that dropped them off?
just transport, just to transport. I'm known to. Well, I'm actually a known criminal.
Yeah,
Who
exactly.
broke
So
out of jail.
you can stay here. We won't be long, and when we get back,
To be fair, if we're gonna poke holes in this, we're going to be transporting in a ship registered in your name, and you're going to be walking in there using a false name.
no, I'm not. I'm using my name.
You're using your name.
He's
Yeah.
using his
He's
name.
the
Okay.
only one, but
So it's
the
going to be the
rest of
case
us are
of,
doing false names.
hey, where's that other guy who was with you who was photographed?
Don't know if anyone was. There was never any notice of being photographed.
No.
Booked
No,
into
there
an
were photo
embassy.
IDs on
Yeah.
the those who had concealed weapons had photos.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
of course I wasn't
I mean-
actually.
I don't. Are you sure you have to do this? You sure we can just leave the other guys behind? I mean, it won't take that long, and I know places, and
Well, when I get back, you can go and show me all these places, but I've got to do this.
If he dies, find him in another life.
and your mum's gonna be okay with this. I mean, I don't really know. Well, I like your
What are
mum.
you doing?
She's nice.
Yeah,
Just let her know that you're going to be staying there for a little while, and I'll be back soon.
You're not gonna see your mum,
No, you know what she's like. We've got to get this done quickly.
but.
Damn it,
She's your
boy.
mum. I can't just turn up there and go, oh, by the way, I'm your son's companion, friend.
Have you not
Would you
even
like to
classed
go
her
and,
as
would
your
you like to pop
girlfriend
in
yet?
and see my mother?
Oh, but your mum will be overjoyed to meet your girlfriend.
Have you not even classed her as your girlfriend yet?
Yeah.
Just casting
I
her
have no
herself as
idea
your
that at this point
companion.
you guys have been hearing this and coming like, God, we really.
She just called herself your companion.
It
Or
doesn't mean
friend.
it doesn't matter what people label us. I mean, it's not a big deal. I mean, you know, they're just labels at the end of the day. And if you don't want to call me the other, then that's fine. I'm totally okay with that. I mean, I just thought that maybe you want to see your mum, and I wouldn't have to explain things to her.
We'll go and speak to my mum, and I can introduce my girlfriend to her.
Is this the point where we have to
There
go to
we
the
go.
clunging bay and get like, you know, a piece of like brass pipe, like snip it in two places, polish it, and just go marry the bitch for Christ's sake?
Do you want to do that?
I wouldn't have any idea how to start doing
Okay.
that.
Oh, come
But
on!
I could stand
You get a +2 to craft from the clunging bay.
Yeah,
You can give it a go. It'll be
Yeah,
props
screw
if
it.
you can do
Please
it.
marry her.
I will attempt to go and craft a rudimentary engagement ring.
2.
Oh no, just one for her.
it's just an
Okay,
engagement,
fine.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, who cares what jewellery you're wearing if you die?
Yeah, actually, that's an exceptionally good point. You too would probably be well aware that if you are interrogated, having things like rings are a bad idea. +2 from Cludging Bay.
Oh, actually, I'm particularly good at that.
What, crafting?
Yeah.
You are responsible for most of the tech on board the neck, along with Helena.
It is intelligence based.
Yeah.
She's
Yeah, 13.
A 13.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know how to use these tools. Nobody needed to teach you how to use these. These are blatantly tools. You pick a piece of pipe. You cut it down to like a couple of mil or something. You give it a bit of a wang to make it a little bit more circular, and you come out and you can give that to Ennis if you like.
Yeah. Like, just marry the woman. Hell, just slip on her finger. She'll assume you're engaged. You can wander off and die on your own. Done it plenty of times.
So, seeing that, I'll go turn to the thing and say, well, when I get back, if you're interested, and I'll just kind of...
So romantic.
But
Right in front of
If
everyone.
you're interested.
We're all still standing in the room. It's like, Ennis, come on.
Will you guys sod off?
Okay, let's assume that.
Can I like grapple him down on one knee? Like,
Damn it, boy him! Damn it, boy him!
I can say you cannot damn it, boy, asking someone to marry.
He could just kick me in the back of the knee, so I fall to one leg.
I'll allow that if you want.
do you resist at all?
No, that's
Okay.
fine.
Okay,
Yeah.
alright.
I'm gonna damn it, boy, kick him in the back of the leg so he kneels.
Okay, so are you guys gonna fuck off, or are you gonna be here for this awkward moment?
We're gonna be here for
We're
the
gonna stand there like applauding. Like, the
Come
people who sit
on.
around you in restaurants do when it happens.
Jesus.
Be like,
Okay.
oh!
We've not done that. So you've been kicked to one knee, and you were just saying if you're interested, there's this.
Yeah, look,
When I get
unless you haven't picked it up yet, I'm incredibly socially awkward, so's Ducky. This is fine, we're doing the really socially awkward, like trying to propose while like kind of trying to like make a thing like not
She's
big
like
thing.
holding this thing in one hand, and she's looking at you with like this frankly okay made ring. It's just still slightly warm. She like picks up the ring and is like, this is what I think it is, right? I'm not like completely off my...
This is an engagement ring, yeah.
Okay, cool.
She said, cool, that's a yes.
She just like flushes and puts the ring on her finger.
Who's
it
the
doesn't
captain?
quite fit. She just like
Why the power is vested in
starts
the
like
captain?
drooling and like putting it on her finger so she can get it like properly put on.
I'll sort something out slightly better when we've got more time.
I like it.
Why the power is invested in the captain of the ship?
I can't actually get it. This could be a problem. I'm not releasing it. Oh no. Yeah. And then she puts it on her little finger and it seems to fit much better on there. So she has a little finger engagement ring.
To be fair.
Okay. Now we've gone through that rather awkward scene, we're going to see your mother because it's kind of
My
funny.
God, what's with me and the awkward scenes today?
You'd think you'd be better at that. You have in fact practiced this in real life.
Yeah.
You really think I did better than that in real life?
I think you did better than a piece of brass that I'd taken into a room and like laid.
Oh god, that would be awkward, wouldn't it?
And
Yeah.
said, if you fancy
here's a ring
doing
that
this.
other Andy made for you.
Yeah.
To be honest, that was how we first discussed getting married.
Yeah. To be fair,
It
I
was
think
actually, yeah.
I think your engagement was a little better than me walking in a room
terrible.
going, for fuck's sake, get on with it.
Anyway, let's move on from that awkward scene.
Yes.
So
So the next awkward scene.
to your mother.
I expect something
So
better than that,
you
won't I?
guys, are you all going to that, or are you just taking Ducky alone? Are you taking Grog with you?
I'm taking, we'll leave Grog with Ducky as well, because
Okay.
he's basically like looking after her.
Okay.
I'll like once like when I've got Grog alone, keep an eye on her and make sure she's okay.
Make sure she's okay. Okay. So do I feed her once or twice or 4 the time you get?
She can feed herself, just make sure no one hurts her.
How many times do I have to groom her? Like the nitpicking thing. How many do I have to do that?
As often as she asks for it.
Okay. That seems fair. What if she doesn't know that she has like ticks in her back? How often do I have to do that?
Never.
She'll know, don't worry. She's
She'll
very good
know.
at finding those things, yeah.
Okay. I will look after her. Don't you worry, little man. And just like taps you on the back of the head with his ginormous fucking claws. Alright, you have Grog on side.
Cool.
So who's going to Maves?
You guys are welcome to come along.
Nah, I'm good.
Okay. Excellent. This is going to
Are
be
you
fun.
coming along?
Yeah, sure.
You seem to enjoy having opportunities to watch me like fail in this.
Be awkward.
It's fun.
Right, so you go to the inn. Your mum is outside currently.
It might also make your mother stop looking at me in the way that she does.
So you turn up to the inn. Your mum is currently. Your mum and your dad are currently trying to get beer into the beer cellar. So they've just had a delivery, and you can see the truck there, and they're seeing it down into the cellar sort of thing. And Your mum's like, oh, I'm so bad. She kind of looks back and is like, Ennis.
Hey, Mum.
She comes over. She gives you a big hug. Your dad like carries on.
We'll just nod at each other like respectfully.
Yeah. What are you guys doing here?
Are you okay to if Ducky kind of stays here for a while? We need. Are you here?
You're not here. You can't give him that look if you're not here.
I can.
He knows it's happening.
Yeah.
So just need to pop out for a while, and need somewhere Ducky to stay while we're off.
Of course. I mean, I'm happy to have extra visitors. I mean, I can clear out a room. I don't have any available at the moment, but we can obviously offer, friend of yours, half price will be absolutely fine. It's only a little room, so.
Yeah. Well, she's a bit more of the friend now, not like kind of share a little ring on Ducky's hand.
What have you done to that poor girl's hand? What's that? Ducky's like, well, I think it's an engagement ring. Well, it's a ring. I think that actually, technically, that Mac made it, and he made it out of something he found in the side. But he wound it together, and it only almost like cost him a finger. But otherwise, he went in a little finger, and it seems to be fine now. And your mum just like, huh. Okay. Well, I've always wanted a daughter. Come inside. Wow, your dad's going to be so excited. Your dad's like, oh no. You can see that kind of like, oh, she's planning it already. Oh no. This is scream from his turning backwards, like, oh god, expression upon him. And you go in, and your mum forces you to relay as much as she can. Do you tell her about Helena? Because so far as she's concerned, Helena is swanned off to her death.
I'm not going to mention Helena to her because she didn't seem particularly
worried about her.
Well, no, she kind of she was kind of at peace with Helena's fate, and I'm aware that Helena's not kind of saved yet, so I don't really want to go, hey, your sister's alive. Oh no, wait, she's dead again.
Oh, okay.
And that would be really harsh.
Yeah.
So I'm going to wait until we kind of can actually sustain whether Helena's actually going to be surviving long term before we go and go, she's alive. No way, she's dead again.
Okay, yeah, that's a very fair comment.
Yeah.
Alright, so after a very nice awkward scene where your mum basically forces you guys to have tea, a bit more tea, some dinner, a bit more tea, a free round on the house because you're getting married. The traditional thing, it takes a very long time to pry yourself away from your mother and away from Ducky. Ducky seems
I'm having a lovely beer whilst you're doing this.
Uncomfortable. There's way too much attention for her liking. But she seems to be getting on okay with most people, and the fact that Grog's there seems to be quite reassuring for her. Cool. And you guys happily leave your mother with Ducky, with Grog, and an extra copy, and within a week, is the words?
Yep.
So within 10 days, Ducky will give this out to whoever she can, as an
Cyrano
anonymous drop-down. She would have to do anonymous drop-down because she is a wanted criminal.
Yes.
Do you make that point? Oh, your mother already knows, doesn't she? Ducky, I think, probably already told her. Your mum won't dob her in because it's you. Alright, you guys get back on the ship. Is there anything else you guys want to do?
Other than the beer I had whilst watching them, no.
Oh, yeah.
Periodically, while they're sitting there having this interminably long meal, their little combies will ping, just bring me a beer.
Okay, fine, I'll bring you a beer.
You will not be bringing him a beer.
Can I have a beer for the road?
No, you cannot, because you're going to take it to that map.
Oh,
and he and I have problems.
I made the engagement ring.
I turn to Ennis's father when Mavis's back is turned.
Hugh,
Can I have a beer for the road,
Hugh,
please?
Yeah. What?
I turn to Hugh whilst Mavis is away. Can I?
Is it for he who shall not be named?
I'm really thirsty.
Yes.
Yeah, that's
So, as that looks around,
double entendre there.
you see him reach down under the bar and pull out a bottle, hands it over to you. He's like, "Don't tell Mrs."
No worries. I put it in my jacket.
Is it something terrible?
You'll find out when you get it. When you get it, it's actually genuinely a decent ale.
Okay. I was just picturing it would be a bottle of horrible.
It might be warm by the time it gets back to you.
It's not.
It might be warm by the time it gets back to you because I've asked for this halfway through.
Alright, so you guys rock your way back to the ship, just the two of you, back to find these two Ettins there. And I assume this is when you're actually going to be making your way across to.
Yeah.
Okay. I need you two to
pull
make
the door
perception
open
checks
slightly?
for me.
Who too?
Into the table.
Perception.
Yes, please.
Six.
5.
You guys, end of the late evening, head back towards your ship,
Cute.
and then you become aware of a gunshot, and it goes off just to the left-hand side of Lola.
That's
Like
not
that.
good.
Go.
Much like that.
Okay.
There's fireworks
Can
going
we
off in the
see
background
the
for everyone
direction
else.
from which the shot came in?
You know that the shot has basically just landed on the right of Lola because you're too shit perception. No, you can't tell where it's coming from.
Okay. Is there a bush nearby?
No. I'm gonna go with no.
Okay, I'm just gonna like grab Lola's arm and run towards the shed.
That's when you hear a second and a third shot.
Are they where, can I hear where the sounds of the gunshots coming from?
You can tell at this point that one of them is in front of you, and the other one has come from to the side of you.
Okay.
Oh, they're
And
being
you hear a
shot at.
voice coming out from a small. Actually, I want you two to make perception checks too. This is retroactive. Apologies.
10.
5.
5. On a 5, you basically rat around the ship like there's no problem. On a 10, you think you hear something, but that's could be a cow. It could be another cow. It could be birds, local wildlife, that kind of stuff. So it could be anything. You know, it's nothing that would be suspicious. As you have the second and third shot, and you guys go to move again, you hear a voice coming from a small radio unit, pretty close to where you are. And the voice says, "Don't move another step." And then you guys see 2 small red beads of light on each other. One chest, one head.
Ernest,
Yeah.
what's going on? Why
I
the
want you
fuck is this
to
happening?
back up and drop your weapons one by one.
Okay, backing up.
Okay, I'm gonna.
Dropping by.
I've got it. I'm gonna back up, and I'm gonna very carefully reach my hand inside his pocket, pull out one of my bombs and the remote detonator with it,
Okay.
and then just like fling the bomb just out to one side, while kind of holding the detonator in my hand still.
I need you to make a sneak check for me.
Okay.
I warn you, the consequences of failing this can be dire.
Okay.
It's fine, he's been shot before.
By you.
Yeah.
Multiple times.
Just take it, it's funny.
Take it.
Actually, I don't know if you don't, I don't really want you to die.
I will also, as I'm doing this, I will say into the head because we've got the bombs.
Yep, you
I
guys are
will,
close
I
enough
will
for
say
contact,
like,
right?
yeah, we've got guys with guns on the south side.
Alright, so you botch, yeah?
Yep.
Seeing that you've thrown the bomb off to one side exactly as asked, sorry, I'm reading Helena's character sheet to figure out what to do, and my note on here is cannot set bombs. Sorry.
Who could it be?
No, I use hers so I can find out what stats to use.
I was going to say, like, what?
What can I be shooting you?
I don't know.
Jeez, I mean, she does have baby brain, but you know.
Really pissed off that we keep trying to save her.
Can I steal a can if you've got one?
On a botch, you try to palm this device. Like, put your hands up in the air and you try to palm it, and then realise you don't know how to do that, and you're just holding the remote detonator in your hand.
Ow.
And you feel the hand with the detonator.
You're gonna get
Sure.
laid.
Yeah, I think you are. I think we're going to have it.
God.
Yeah, you get shot through the hand with the detonator. And you take...
Terrible idea.
Now the question is, does it set the detonator off?
Let's find out.
I'm only throwing the bomb a short distance.
You take 10 points of damage to your left hand.
Ow.
Basically, your arm pulverised.
From which point?
Let's say from here upwards.
Okay.
Oh my god.
I'm going to say for that sake, you have blown that hand away. Which hand did you put it out with?
My right.
Your right hand. You are right-handed, aren't you?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Your bone. Alright, that hand is basically blown away. Lola, you basically get sprayed in quite a lot of blood.
I start screaming.
I need you to make roll a d12 for me. Positive. Evens, your bomb explodes. Odds, it doesn't.
Even.
Does that explode? I can't
Yeah,
remember.
bomb explodes.
Yeah.
Roll for me. What's this? Is a
So-
remote one.
This is
So-
a robot. I mean, I was deliberately throwing it far enough away from myself so I could detonate as a distraction for us to dive out the way.
Yeah.
So
You do have a hole in your arm. We're just saying that way.
yeah, but I threw it before I had the hole in my arm.
Yeah, that's fine. I know you didn't throw it up where you were here. I was allowing you to do that.
Yeah.
Okay, I want you to roll 2d12. I need to know the numbers separately.
A 10 and a 7.
A 10 and 7. Where are you throwing these?
Um,
Away from your ship, I assume?
yeah,
How close to
so
the
Towards
ship
where?
are they?
They are probably the length of our garden away.
Oh, so we could like see all this happening basically if we've been
If
he's
you,
gone
if you, yeah,
you
like
would
he's
definitely would
literally
have heard
just,
I did
you
con you.
basically just heard the words, there are people with guns on us. Bang!
And then me screaming.
Exactly.
Probably,
Almost in literally that time frame. So you would have had just enough time to go, huh? Boom! Fuck! Yeah.
So I would have been on the right, Lola on the left. I would have thrown it to the right.
Yep.
So it would be off to the right of me.
Okay. And you got a 10 and a 7?
Yeah.
You hear a pretty manly scream.
Man,
Ah! I don't know how you do scream. I just don't know.
I'd
I
also
can click
at
on
this
you and find
point
out.
kind of like grab Lola and leg it towards the ship.
I'm gonna say you have just been shot in the hand.
Yeah.
Your compass mentis not really here.
You go to grab her and go, oh.
Yeah, basically you've gone. Boom,
I grab him and start running.
Thank you. That makes more sense. You have just been blown
Grab
your
him by the
hand
stump
away,
and run.
and it is split second timing. Okay, Lola, you've grabbed him and you're running. I need
Yeah.
you to make a strength check for me, please.
Okay. Botch.
Come on, guys.
You grab him by the arm, but the fact that he's just been sprayed with blood, he kind of. I'm going to say it's going to affect you because it affects her.
That's good.
As you go to drag him, he basically has that kind of woozy feeling and just hits the deck. And you can't pull him. He's just too heavy. You're just too small. It's just too much for you. And then you become aware of more gunshots.
Guys, help!
At this
Gonna
point,
get to
can we
them in a
like
minute.
start
Gonna get to them
poking
in a
out
minute.
and covering, you know,
Gonna
lay
get to
down
them
some
in a
covering fire?
That's a cock. Jesus, you guys are fucking lucky. You just see as more bullets go off. You hear like the set, like very familiar kind of like from a silencer. So you kind of hear that's pretty close. On
Lucky
one
it
of
didn't
them.
change rings now.
Right, you two become aware that you heard one gunshot for sure, you heard an explosion, you heard a scream. I'm going to let you guys do what you want to do now.
Well, I'm gonna come out and try and make some guesses at where things are coming from and start firing.
I'm going to say for the sake of brevity, no, fuck you guys, because it's funnier. These guys, like the entrance onto your ship is on the other side of where they are.
Are you kidding me?
They had 2 botches, fuck you.
How long will it take to fire a missile?
So hang on, we
That
came
would
and
be
landed
that.
the ship
Okay,
with the
everyone.
entrance facing away from the inn we were walking towards.
Well, you would have been parts near your, where your shed is, isn't it?
Well, no, we went to see the inn, not to see my shed.
So you parked literally just next to the inn.
Well, we would have been going to the inn, not my shed, so it would have made sense to park facing the inn, not facing my shed.
Okay, that's fine. You can have that if you wish. I'm
It-
just
that's just-
I want to right. We'll refrain. How far are you from the inn?
Far enough. Yeah, I wouldn't have parked like directly next to it. Probably would have been like
An hour.
100 meters away. But
100 meters.
Or further.
I reckon
However-
Giant fucking spaceship. You joking me?
However far an average.
Well, I
car
assume
park
there's
would be
basically
from
like
Thank
effectively
you.
this is the ship car park, so it's basically like a helipad next to the inn.
You really
Or
think
like a
your mum
field.
would have a helipad?
Well, no, it'd just be a field. We just land in the
Okay.
field next to it, but
A
100
field next
meters
to it.
away. I mean,
Okay.
our ship is probably what about?
I'm gonna say about 400 meters because that's like the fucking annoying how far you have to run around a fit when you're
Okay,
doing
fine.
like kid bullshit things. It's a distance. It's not close.
Okay.
I'll allow you to have that pointing that way. 'Cause you made a reasonable argument as to why you should, but I'm gonna increase the distance. So you guys are probably about. Fuck it, you're 120 feet out. Fuck you guys.
just out of range.
Yeah, just that range. It's funnier to me. You two had 2 botches. It's kind of fun.
I'm saving my legendaries for something important.
Yeah.
You lost a hand.
So you're already
now
halfway
retroactively
through.
that BS. Right, yeah, you two basically, you can tell that all this noise, commotion is coming from your airlock, from the other side of the airlock.
It's okay, I've got the plans to make a robot arm. It'll be fine.
Oh, that's actually
Yeah,
true.
yes, but you're right-handed and you're the craftsman.
Yeah, but, you know.
Elena has no hands to make you one.
Yeah, I would help, but
I need you to make me one, but
It's like it runs in the
we have one hand. I could maybe request her hand when she's finished.
Maybe Daniel will help you.
I know we were trying to save you before, Aunt Helena, but I kind of need your hand. Alright, so what do you two want to do? You heard the sounds coming from the other side. You're aware that there are people out there with weapons.
can I grab an automatic weapon from the lockup? I
Do you have an automatic weapon?
You thrown them all away, haven't you?
Yeah,
As you ran out, you threw them all
I
away.
had I didn't have any clips for it, so I threw it at the aliens when we emptied the gun.
Yeah, I remember that.
There was no point in keeping it.
You have your guns.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
go with that.
You have ship-based rockets as well, but I don't know if they're
That
facing
might
that way.
destroy
Okay,
everything
I'm
in
going to
this
throw
area.
that out
What
there.
time
If
is it? Is it
you,
nighttime?
it's nighttime. If you decide to launch a missile from your ship, you're probably going to blow the inn up. You are dealing with ship-class weapons versus people and structures.
Yeah.
They are
Really
pretty
should have
big
invested
scale.
in some like small cannons.
You can get them.
You
Some
can, yeah, you can basically
standard
attach
like land defences.
Anyway, what are you two doing? I want to know what you're doing. It is dark. It is night. Let's say it's 11 p.m. equivalent.
I don't know. You're the master sniper. What do you say?
Okay, tactical officer.
What do? Sniper, shoot them!
Basically.
Okay,
I'm too far away for any of my weapons to be effective.
I am going to send you to the cockpit to turn on the ship's running lights.
Done.
Okay, right. We'll
Flood
say that
lights.
will be your action. Yeah,
Yeah.
you turn all the
Because
various lights.
in theory, we're in a salvage ship.
That's true.
It would have lights, so we could see things outside.
I will grant you that.
Goddamn
Yeah.
floodlights.
What are you doing?
I am going to go downstairs to I'm going to go to the entrance and try and cover these idiots on the basis that they've told me there's guns. I've heard screams. I've heard gunfire. They probably need help, but I need to find out what's going on first.
So you're just basically going to go down there, open the door.
I'm going to go down there and open the door with my rifle in hand
Okay.
and see what's going on. Because
I
I just know there's people with guns.
I
You have
assume you're
no
badass
Why aren't you
sniper
coming
rifle.
out?
Yeah,
I do
do.
have night vision.
Yes.
You can see in the dark.
Yes.
I can see in the dark.
Yes, but the point is that they're taking silent shots at night, which means they're probably crawling around with night vision goggles.
Sure.
So if we turn on floodlights, they're fucked. If we turn on floodlights, they're dazed, no matter what.
But we're not, because my night vision is fine in the day.
Yeah, well, we're not, because we're walking from a well-lit interior to a well-lit exterior.
Yes.
Yeah. You guys would have a distinct advantage.
Yeah.
Alright, so I'm going to say that's going to take your action to run up to the cockpit, turn on all the various run lights, get it all
Yeah.
kicking in, and then you can run back to the entrance. You will
Sweet.
take the time basically to open up the door and find out what the fuck is going
Yeah.
on. Roll a perception check for me.
Yes. 10.
A 10.
Again. A well-lit, flood-lit 10, in fact. I am literally a man walking into
Alright,
like
I'm
the
going
floodlit
to
football
say,
field and going, who's coming in the goal at the
I'm
other
going
end?
to say what you can see on your 10 is that you can see that these two are making their way towards, and that's at the point that you see Lola trying to drag a somewhat bloody stump of Emis towards you. They are quite a distance out. They're around, say, about 120 metres out. You can see from your practiced vision of knowing where the fuck you would be if you're a sniper. You look around at this particularly well-lit area and you can see that there are like little trees, little copses around, or slightly off to the distance. You could make those shots if you were in them. They are not in the light, but you can see like the vague outline of where these trees are. You can see that there is the smoking ruins of where clearly Ennis has chucked a bomb off to one side, and you can see a slightly reddish haze that has appeared in that general area, and you see someone else moving in that kind of like the kind of grassy lands next to it, trying to crawl away from the area. Injured or not, you're not sure, but that's what you can see. Looking around, you can probably just like having a look around, suddenly going, shit, this may not be a good place. You can spot at least 2 or 3 different potential sniping positions from where you're looking at. That doesn't include things from behind you. That's what you can see. I can't give you any more, she only got a 10. Okay, I'm going to go back to Ennis. Dude, your hand's been shot off. What are you going to do?
I unfortunately don't have any drugs on me, so that would be my first thought.
Okay, yes, you do not have any drugs.
I'm just trying to think what weapons. I probably wouldn't have really. I probably only have my pistol. I probably wouldn't have bothered equiping myself with anything else. Just
Well, no, you're only escorting your lady
exactly.
to
I was
your
just
mother,
walking
aren't
to
you?
the pub. So, can I see any of these people who have been shooting at us?
No. I'm going to go out that you have been shot in the hand. It's quite an emotional experience.
Yeah.
It's quite a distracting one too.
I'd say for the moment, I'm probably still at the moment in shock because I've just like had my hand blown off. It may even not be hurting yet.
Adrenaline.
Yeah,
kind of just kind of like, my hand doesn't appear to be there anymore. And
you are laying on the ground at the moment.
okay, I'm gonna
basically allow you to like get up and start moving.
Yeah, I'm gonna just like kind of get up and stumble towards the ship.
I assume you're taking Lola with you, basically.
I don't think I'm really in it. I'm probably just kind of trying, maybe using her to try and stand up.
Okay.
But I probably wouldn't be in any state to like be dragging her.
Okay.
And probably trying to pull out my pistol with my offhand and try and shoot it wildly at the direction of possibly an enemy would be a good idea.
I want you to make a strength check for me, please.
12.
12? Okay. You probably partially due to the adrenaline running through your system, you do manage to start sprinting as if your life depends on it. Funnily enough. So you'll make it a good distance. I don't know how far you could reasonably go in 6 seconds. I know I could go far in 6 seconds, so you go distance in 6 seconds.
Maybe 60 metres or something?
No.
I run with him.
You're just going to run? You're going to pull out your pistol, try and defend anything, or? You have options, just that you can't see a lot.
I'm probably going to just run.
Just going to run?
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Strength check for me.
9.
9. You're probably keeping pace with Ennis.
Yeah.
His is slightly harder to check because he's just had his hand blown off. You're probably keeping fairly good pace with him.
Yeah.
Take a perception check for me.
7.
You hear more electrical communications, as if there is more information coming through a variety of different speakers nearby, but you can't make out the words over the sound of your running.
Wait, would my drinking buddies count towards that perception roll?
I'm going to go with yeah.
Okay, then 9, actually.
9.
Yeah.
You pick out the sounds of a rather the same voice from before, informing you to stop running. And if you stop running, they'll stop shooting.
Do we hear this?
Take a perception check for me. You two by the door, so I'll allow it. Yours two is going to be quite difficult.
Arch.
Actually, it's not going to be quite difficult.
Don't hear a thing.
6.
Is that your drinking buddy thing as well?
No.
Drinking buddy, you're within range of her.
Yeah. 8.
You're in that situation where drinking buddies would be useful.
Yeah.
8. You also pick this up. You don't hear Dickle.
Nope.
You just see them running like, oh shit! You see that. You probably also become aware that you can see little red dots coming from those little sniping positions, and they are definitely trailing these two, and some of them are coming up towards where you guys are standing.
How many red dots?
Not going to give them that on that lower roll.
Okay, then I yell to Ennis and say, stop.
No!
I'm kind of tempted, really. I don't really like the idea of just like randomly stopping in the entrance there.
We're right at the entrance of the thing.
No, you're not.
No, we're not. We're miles away from this.
You're about 100 metres away.
But equally, like if we just stop there, I mean, these guys are either going to try and kill us or arrest us.
Yeah, but we're kind of being... We've kind of got red dots on our backs anyway, so we're going to die anyway.
I'm going to just keep running.
You can't really have this in-depth conversation.
No, I'm just going to keep running because I.
Are you stopping, Lola?
Yeah, I'm stopping.
You're going to stop. Okay, you're going to keep running.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'm sorry. I'm not really. Fuck you. Correct.
Yeah, I saw that. Sorry, I shouldn't be looking at that.
It's okay, I don't mind. I don't mind. I try and fudge to make things easier for you, but I'm not going to roll back a crit. Fuck you. How? I'm not going to ask the meta question.
No.
As you go running, You feel another bullet clip you. It clips you in. Pick a side, left or right.
Left.
Clips you in the left hip, and you basically take 8 points of damage to your hip.
Okay. I'm unconscious at this point.
Alright, you guys basically see Ennis take this shot. The bullet goes through and through. Nice clean shot. Pretty good shot for a moving guy. And you see him tumble to the ground and roll a few times, but you don't see him get up again. And you take perception checks. I'm going to say not you because you keep botching yours.
Only botch once.
13.
13.
14.
Nice.
Did you add your
you
plus
both
2?
you add your plus 2s?
No.
I did.
15.
15 and 14.
Nice.
Both of you see that there are 2 red dots sitting on the back of Ennis. One of them on his back, one of them on his head. You become aware that there are red dots on your chest, and you can see that there is one here, and one slightly further down in her midriff. You can also see from where you are, and actually you can see from snipe positions behind him, you can see a series of the little red dots coming from those sniping positions. Basically you're surrounded. You can roughly count there are about 8 people. On your 15 you can see that there are a couple of people lying in the grasslands either side. This has been clearly a setup.
I put my hands up.
Okay.
It's not really much of a choice. Unless we close the door and fly off.
I was about to say, literally in this moment, Mac's first thought is to shoot Lola through the head, close the door and fly away, so she can't tell anyone anything.
Wait.
That's literally my first thought.
I don't think I'd allow that.
It doesn't matter, but he can think about it.
Yeah.
Here's a legitimate reason for it. I
Yeah.
understand it.
We know that you crack under pressure.
Hey.
We know that you have information, and we know these people are willing to shoot people who are unconscious.
Okay, so
We'll probably get tortured.
wait. So now that you've explained that original thought, you said it was your first thought. What was your next thought?
Well, obviously, my second thought is that she's my second best friend in the world. That would be a profoundly unpleasant thing to do. I wouldn't want her to do it if I was in her shoes, you know, and that's not going to help Ennis, you know.
Okay.
Also, Maeve would never forgive me
Yeah.
if I let him die in the grass outside of her farm without even trying to help.
Is anyone going to let me know that we're surrounded? If not, I'm coming out shooting.
You should do it anyway. Go for it. Just run it on fire.
At this
I've been
point,
told.
I'm going to give you a session point because you generally thought through and explained those reasonings, and I'm very happy with that. Okay, yeah, is anyone going to explain to the idiot? To be fair, you are both in the doorway, you can literally just say don't.
Yeah, I'm just gonna, lift my rifle, by the back handle bit, where you get an assault rifle.
Yeah.
And put it, just drop your goddamn gun.
Not again.
Put it down gently, as far away as I can reach.
Are you putting it out or back in the ship?
Oh, putting it on the ramp.
Okay.
Like, so they can see it rather than hiding it behind me.
Yeah.
I'm gonna open my coat and slowly take my pistol out and place it over here.
Okay.
Take a step away from it.
Okay. Are they the only weapons you have?
Yeah.
Okay.
I also drop all of my weapons.
You one by one drop your weapons.
I do the same sort of holding the hand, putting it down, and 2 fingers, revolver.
Is that all your weapons?
Oh, knife.
Is anyone else dropping their big knives?
I've dropped all of my knives.
You've dropped all of your weapens. You've dropped all your weapons, and that is all your weapons.
I do have a pocket knife on me, but it's not actually a weapon.
To be fair,
I just genuinely carry a lighter and a penknife.
To be fair, my best weapon is my knee.
That is actually genuinely quite true.
In fact, you have mad kicking boots.
Yeah.
You have nut kicking shoes.
Kicking shoes.
Okay. At this point, you see the guys who are in the grasslands on the ground. Actually, I better do the other thing first. That's all of your weapons.
Yes.
If anyone has any, we will shoot the boy. And then you see 2 people from where you saw them before, on the other side, not where Ennis chucked his bomb, but the other 2 people. You see them get up. One of them has clearly what looks like a taser. The other one clearly has some sort of pistol. The guy with the pistols puts them in, and he goes and pats down Lola, make sure she has no weapons. She does not. That's perfectly fine. And you see him grab her wrist behind her back, and you see like the old garden type putting the 2 wrists together. And then you see him push her off to one side, turns to you and says, "If you move, they are going to shoot me."
Okay.
Good to know. And they both come up the ramp.
What do they look like, by the way?
They are both wearing black tactical gear. They have camo on their face. They're both what you would consider like average ruffians. They are the kind of guys that you would not want to like accidentally spill a pint kind of guys. They have a very methodical way of them doing the way the things they do. They clearly have done this kind of shit before.
Not recognisable.
They do not take any shit from anyone. Also, they're camoed up. I mean, you could take a perception check. Unfortunately, Ennis could know a guy, but he's unconscious.
The guy might know him.
Yeah.
9?
No, you don't recognise who this is.
Okay, as they come up the ramp, I just sort of mutter on the rest. Amateurs. Everyone knows you wear dark blue at night, not black.
Come here. Come on. Put your arms up, pat you down. Put your hands behind your wrists. Garden ties. 4 steps that. No. 20 steps that way. Any deviations? Shoot the boy.
Not very imaginative, aren't you?
Fucking move. You feel bam as a pistol goes like into the side of your gut, like oh jeez. Walk.
You shouldn't push
Shut
your guns at people like that. Someone can take it off you.
You're gonna get shot, Max. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah. Come on.
If you're gonna be brutal, you do it with your feet. No one can take your foot away.
Just mutter as you walk.
So you feel.
I'm sorry about him.
Doesn't respond. Just pats you down. Puts your arms behind your back. Garden ties and pushes you off to the ground. And then you guys, as you guys are standing next to one another, I want Lola to take a physical endurance check.
Five.
You feel a very sharp pain in your neck, like a burn, like. As you hit the deck unconscious, you guys see these small sparks.
And I'm on the ground.
And then
Drugs are so much cleaner.
Okay. Roll the endurance.
I'm going to hold on for you in a minute. Yep, I need you to make a physical endurance.
Correct.
You correct.
Is
Ow.
that all you got?
Oh wow!
Oh dear.
Okay, alright. Do you have unconscious?
No. What?
You don't have the thing where you can't be knocked unconscious?
Oh no.
I need to check that with everyone actually.
That'd be a pain in the ass. Oh, please let me go.
Oh, please, sweet darkness.
Okay, you don't go down. I'm going to deal with you in a minute actually. You don't feel the sting in the back of your neck. You feel it like far further down.
Shut your ass.
No, far further down than that. So I need you to make a physical endurance roll. This is going to be much more difficult because this is never where you want to be stung with the tape.
Oh.
Physical endurance of 13.
Holy
Wow.
crap! You take this shot straight to the nuts. But you also
Experienced yogi.
I'm just thinking of the fly swat.
Okay. You both take damage.
You stand there, it's like this pool radiates out from your crotch, and it's like, fuck you.
And I only rolled 1 damage. Alright, you both take a single point of damage, not negated by any bullshit, because fuck you guys. Holy shit. Oh man.
This is gonna hurt. I wish I did that.
At this point, yeah. I've just been like smacked in the balls. I'm just like,
You could
I
just
assume
lay
you want me
down.
to lay down then.
Yeah, okay.
I just dropped my knees in the vehicle.
Okay. Just lay on the ground. Like,
You were like, what? Oh, what's wrong with you? It's like, oh, okay, I guess we'll lie down then. You guys feel yourselves being bound like ankles to wrists, that kind of good jazz in the traditional hold pattern of this is not going to be easy to break out of. Bunch of garden ties, bunch of ropes, possibly overkill, but there it is.
Garden ties won't stop me anymore.
You guys get,
That's one advantage, I guess. Oh.
you guys have like the hoods shoved over your heads. You get gags, all that kind of good shit. Blindfolded gags, earphones.
Do I need to be concerned about bleeding to death considering my arms have been blown off?
No.
Garden
Okay.
Titanic.
Okay, so you guys have basically submitted to being moved.
I didn't
bodily.
I resisted the end.
all the time.
And yeah, you guys, all of you, get taken off. Lola, you're unconscious, but the same thing happens to you as get bound, gagged, blindfolded, that kind of good shit.
Yep.
These guys have voluntarily gone through it. Having just been fucking electrocuted, like, oh my god, fuck. And you become aware that you are all thrown into a vehicle. For those of you still conscious, you become aware that Ennis has also been thrown in there, but there are people and a flurry of activity around him. You can feel it. You can't hear it. You clearly can't see it, but you know that there is a flurry of activity around him. And that's where we're going to go to the
Can
break.
rebuild him.
We have the technology. We can rebuild. So that's where I'm going to leave you guys for the break, and then we'll be back in 10 minutes, and we will hopefully find out how you may or may not get out of this stupid ass situation that you've gotten yourself into. So
We didn't really get ourselves into
Cool.
it. There wasn't really a way out of it.
I will.
Yeah.
It all will become clear. So yeah, we shall be back soon. So and we're back after that stunning 10-minute break where we actually did nothing except theorise on further fan-fearing conspiracy on what the fuck is going on in this world.
I ate a donut.
I got a donut too, actually.
Hooray!
I've used some wax. I'm continuing to do so now.
That sounds disgusting. Right. I would like all of you to make a perception check. Ennis, I'm going to say for the sake of Britia, if half your hit points back. The wound to your hand has been sealed. Sorry, the wound on your arm is sealed, so it's now stumped over and beginning to heal. And that does get dressed daily. The wound in your hip has again been cleaned out and dealt with. There are a couple
I'm
of
going to
stitches.
re-roll that.
Hang on. There are a couple of stitches and you seem to be okay. You can move it around. There was no like major damage, just basically flesh damage.
Okay.
Yeah, you seem to be better in that state, bar everything else which happening to you guys. What are you up to?
I'm re-rolling my perception.
Okay, that's fine.
Do I roll perception
Yeah,
as well?
you can also have perception. Yours is going to be much harder because you've been unconscious for a long time. You don't know.
12.
The 12, okay.
Got 11.
11?
14.
And 14.
Yeah. Did you add your +2?
Won't account in this situation.
Oh, okay. Then
-2.
12.
12, 8, 11. 12, 8, 11. And you got 14? What did you get?
13.
Okay. For those of you who got below 10, you don't have any real fix on how long it's been. You know you've been fed a bunch of times, but sometimes it's like you've eaten maybe an hour before, and then sometimes you feel your stomach rumbling and you don't get fed for a long time. You don't really have any idea how long you've been here. You know it's just been a fucking long time.
Was it vegan?
It definitely was not vegan.
Aww.
If anything, they seem to feed you nothing but meat. Things with faces. Almost exclusively.
They specifically give you the faces. They like cut the face off, cook them, and
Yeah.
feed them to you.
Almost exclusively.
They're all cute.
They're arranged with like little smiley faces and ketchup and stuff. No, I'm joking. It's just basic fare. For you over a 10, I'm gonna say Ennis, I'm gonna say you may have picked up people saying this, that's how you know. You've probably been here for nearly a week and a half. You're
Okay.
probably rounding on 15 days.
Okay.
So have we been like drugged to the stage, or are we just sitting in
You've
cells?
been drugged
or-
for a long time. But as you come round, you begin to hear like he seems to be coming out of his coma, he's been in for X amount of days, and you've been able to keep a track on what things are going, because they don't give you any additional painkillers.
Okay.
I'm gonna tell you, like, it fucking hurts.
Okay.
It hurts a lot. You guys tend to have found yourselves in small cells. You are kept
Individuals.
individually. It's probably no bigger than a 3-foot cube. Not caged, just it's a really fucking small room. There's no mattress on the
nothing.
floor. There's no window. The door is solid. They've got bars on them, and they have that kind of like cat flap thing, but they literally look like a cat flapping, like a letterbox. It literally looks like someone's put a letterbox in there, like shit, last minute back in there. You guys have been here for a long time. You fed periodically. Most of the time, you're kept in the dark, silent, alone. On the odd occasion, you have nothing but loud noises and shouting, and you are not allowed to sleep. You are not allowed to rest. And other times, you're just blatantly ignored. And this goes on for, as you realise, about 15 days before. Alright, is there anything you guys want to try and do?
Are there any?
And this is going to be exceptionally difficult for you because of your various wounds.
Okay, can I talk to any of the people? You said I was being treated, so and my bandages are getting changed. So who comes to change my bandages?
As you have your bandages changed almost daily, there is a person that looks he looks like a doctor who doesn't want to be there. He's covered in bruises. His hands are occasionally bandaged, as if something awful's happened to him with his fingers. But he comes in and he changes your bandages. He's very nervous, very scared. There is a guard with him who is definitely carrying weaponry.
Okay.
You can attempt to talk to them. It's no problem.
Okay, so just chat to them. Go like, hey, what's your name?
You have to be quiet.
Why's that?
Don't.
I look at the guard and like, what's your name?
He walks over and punches you square in the face.
Oh.
Very chipper for someone with just a hand.
Yeah. As he just like punch you in the face, I'll just be like, Well, so no, sorry.
You can't. Yeah. Just keep your head down, right?
I try and attract the guard's attention from my door.
Okay. You have bars. Nobody seems to step into you guys, like at all.
So
3 foot to you.
if I see a guard passing, I go, "Hey, handsome, can I
3
talk
foot,
to you?"
3 foot, normal height. Not a literal cube.
I was going to say, there would be about enough room for us to sit cross-legged.
That's about it. You don't have a lot of room. Perhaps they were for other species. Like a Gendal.
Gendal sack prison.
Without the sacks.
As I see a male guard passing, I say, "Hey, handsome, can I talk to you for a minute?"
Stands, looks at you. Talk.
Through a door? Really?
Yeah. I'm not gonna piss off the man in charge of this.
Who's in charge?
Take a persuasion type check. Manipulate.
Mm-hmm.
Manipulate charisma.
What did you just do?
Something worthy of a legendary fight.
I'm sorry, I'm supposed to be taking this seriously, I'm sorry. But thank you.
It would be a valid
Did you
tactic.
take your legendary point from earlier? by the way?
Dude.
It wouldn't be anything you'd appreciate.
She's going to watch that back and wish she'd hit him harder.
Yeah. Probably am.
Alright, so, what do you, what's your roll?
Eight.
8. He looks left, looks right. You can just sort of see that kind of like light through at the moment because the things are open. And he sort of like leans in and he says, well, between you and me, I'm not going to piss off one of the Fitzroys.
Oh.
Besides, the man pays my paycheck. Don't piss off and bite the hand of the man who pays you. You know what I mean?
That's fair enough. Fancy good time?
I know.
Okay.
And he walks on by.
Bye.
What do you want to try and do?
Nothing.
You're just going to sit there.
Yeah, just gonna serve
Okay,
my time.
I
sit there,
need you to take a mental endurance check for me, please.
meditate. 9.
9. As you probably hear Lola saying this. You probably hear the dude. You hear her off to your right hand side. She's obviously either one side or the other. As you hear Lola say that and the bloke just laugh and say he doesn't want to piss off a Fitzroy, you get that awful feeling. It's really bad this time. And you realise things are pretty bad. They are definitely weighing on you. You're stuck in a little box, man. I mean, this box is probably only slightly bigger than the cryopod that you were in before, and that didn't end well before. And it all just suddenly just hits you like a massive wave, and you can't help it. There are tears in your eyes. You begin to tense up.
I want to try and very, very small circles walk it off effectively. I'm just trying to calm myself.
Okay, take another mental endurance roll for me.
12.
12. You're on that really annoying cusp of just about to cry but not. Like, that is all you can think of doing, is just not letting yourself go. Because you might be needed for something else, but you just can't shake that feeling. You just can't get rid of that claustrophobic, stuck in a cell feeling. It's just there, and it's there for days. What do you want to try and do?
I am going to attempt to just sit on the floor, and so I assume our hands are still bound.
Your hands are still bound, yeah.
I'm going to. I assume I probably don't try to do this every day for the last 15 days. Just bring my hands around in front of me.
That's easy. You can do that over a period of time.
Yeah. Just every day, and just put my hands out through the bars, and just stand there until someone notices. I'm just going to be annoying.
Okay.
You know, I just basically I want to get the measure of all the guards, and the way you do that is by inciting a minor incident that isn't really worth much punishment, but you still get to know who they are.
Okay.
I'm basically casing the guards.
I'm going to offer you the following. Being that you try and do this every single day, and I'm going to say probably sometimes more than once a day, because you don't know how long the passage of time has been. Yeah. If you don't, it just blazes through. There's no real indication of sunlight.
Oh yeah, but basically I'm going to say every time they do this, put it behind my back. The first thing I do
is put
my hands back in front of me.
Yeah. Okay. I'm going to say probably within the first week, probably within the first 10 days. Not, it's 10 days, but metal-wise, in the first 10 days. I'm going to offer you the following. You're going to take a massive beating, not like you've ever seen before, and I will give you a lasting repercussion for such. 10 days of this shit, fucking have enough of your crap, and then we'll beat down massive on you. But I will give you insight on, let's say all the guards that are patrolling him. Okay. Pick a location. Even worse, you pick a location.
Can I choose a specific testicle?
You can choose whatever you like. I will roll from that general area.
Say, let's give him a limp. Left leg.
You want to give him a limp?
Yeah.
Alright, yeah, you take an absolute pounding one day. One of the guards, you haven't seen him on patrol before. He's the last guard for you to take information on. He's small. He's one of those guys that definitely have small man syndrome. And you put your hands out one day and you basically begin to do your traditional Mac, taunting the motherfucker. And he doesn't take this shit. He opens up your cell. It's been a while since you've eaten. You're feeling a bit weak, kind of tired. And he goes in and he beats the ever-loving shit out of you. The point where, you have a few cracked teeth. Your eyes are kind of are both definitely very well black. To be fair, they probably were to start off with, but it gets far, far worse. You've got a variety of split lips. And he basically starts kicking so hard on one of your knees. You feel at some point, as the pain overtakes you, you feel it crack and break. This is going to take a while to fix, and it being a kneecap, it fucking hurts. That's probably going to kill you dead for about 2 days. You live, but you are definitely going to have a limp in that leg. Is that an okay exchange?
Yeah.
Okay. So you have one particularly short dude. We will name him Steve 1. You don't get his name. Say my name, bitch! No, he doesn't do any of that. He just beats the shit out of you. He doesn't say anything. He's definitely got one of those sparks in his eyes that is that kind of I think it's Joe Pesci, the kind of very over the top short guy from Goodfellas, the absolute fucking psychopath. He has that look about him. He doesn't say anything to anyone. He does his job. He comes on. Even the other guards seem to give him a bit of a way. We'll call the guard that spoke to Lola. We'll call him Steve 2.
Steve 2.
I don't know if you figure where the names are going on this one.
Steve?
We'll name this one Steve 2. Steve 2 is a tall, lanky guy, and from what you've picked up on the chat, he likes the women.
Oh. Well, then why didn't he want to have a good time?
Apparently he likes his women not tied up, and he is more free to gab than some other people. And we'll call the last one of real note Steve 3. Okay, what? Come on. We'll call her Stevie. There we go. She choking on his drink. We'll call her Stevie. She is average height. She's got very short blondish hair, clearly been cut back in case of a fight. She seems to know her way around weaponry pretty well, but she seems to favour things like knives over guns. She's got a bit of a bloodthirsty streak to her, but she's a consummate professional. So she will have enough to have good morning conversation, you know, she will meet your eye, but she won't give you anything. She is just getting paid. Your assessment, she's a mercenary.
Okay.
Those are the 3 people of real import. Anything else you want to know? I did give you a limp, so I'll give you something else you wish to know. You can ask a legit question.
To be fair, there's not really anything else I can learn by being savagely beaten by 3 strangers. So
What's the aim of being
learn
there?
by listening. You are literally pissing them off for 10 days on end. You will begin to, on occasion, especially the guy that is given the gift of the gab, kind of, you can sometimes pick up extra information that you wouldn't have picked up before. Like you heard Lola, who's on the other side to you. You heard the conversation about Fitzroy, that kind of thing. So I'll give you another piece of information, kind of in that wheelhouse, so to speak.
Aim? What's the aim?
Doesn't need to be one. It's Fitzroy's.
It's
You
us.
know that as well, yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna try and pick up just any hints of where we are. As in, like, if we're on a ship, if we're on a station.
You
know.
are. Yeah. I'll give
If
you
they
that.
mention, like, the name of the pub that they're going to go to after their shift, and I might recognise that sort of thing.
I will give you that. I will come and find the planet.
If Steve 1, the short psycho guy, like, mentions the name of a gay pub, I recognise.
Steve 1 does not normally say a word. He barely says 2 words to anyone.
Yeah.
Okay, let's find out where they have you. I'm going to pick the exact planet. You're on a planet. You pick that up. You don't feel the vibrations of a ship, a power core. You can't be in space. You don't feel that traditional tug of like the shaft or anything like that. So you're okay in that case. What?
More-
You fucking named it that, alright?
Yeah, I know. So people would have to use those sentences.
Yeah. To be fair, it's the
You
same
don't feel the tug of the shaft. It's like, oh, more's the pity.
To be fair, it's the same reason why we call communications a wank.
Yeah.
We are sick and horrible people.
You've been hit, both your shaft and your wank are out of control.
Yeah. Sorry, can you just let me finish this wank before I finish? Before I start on you. Okay.
Your shaft is failing. Quick, finish the wank.
Yeah.
Legit in system terms.
Yep.
Because anyone can say artificial gravity.
Because that's lame. Okay. You are on the planet. You are in the Ku system. You are on Far's moon, Zoi. Z-O-I. take knowledge check for me. You guys can have like basic communications, but if you have anything more than like a couple of words, you tend to have like things thrown in at you, or you have the loud noises go off, that kind of thing.
Do I ever
Where
get
are
the
we on
name
the
of
map?
that doctor?
Where are we on the map? In the
yes,
system?
we'll call him. We'll call him Carmen.
Whereabouts on the map?
So Zoe,
I'm better with vision.
Stars Moon, Gas Joint Farm. Oh Jesus! This is where I might as well just boot in the website because that will give me the actual colour of what it looks like. Banff, login. Jesus, I didn't expect to be actually having to name you a planet today. To be fair, I didn't expect you to actually be coming here. I didn't think I'd have the opportunity to kidnap you.
We just extended the campaign by a week.
No, absolutely not. That will not be happening. Let's do retire. There we go. Q system.
11.
Zoe. You are here.
That one.
Yes.
Okay.
The multicolour.
Zoe is a. So, what did you get on knowledge check?
11.
11. It's a terraform moon. Figure. It's has valuable resources like iron, aluminium, iron, zinc, that kind of good stuff. Half the planet is also liquid ran, which is part of the fuel source, which pretty much all of the ships run on. It's predominantly retired, this planet, but it also has a lot of industry here. A lot of engineers come here. You seem to have found yourself on this planet.
Is there an atmosphere on the planet?
Yeah. For absolute sure.
I was going to try one thing, which may go horribly wrong. We'll see. The guy, so this doctor that comes in to do my bandages,
Yep.
Does he have anything else on him, like any medical supplies or anything like that?
He seems to only come in with what he needs. He tends to bring in the stethoscope to give you a check. He brings in a thermometer to give you a check to make sure you're not going over. Occasionally he'll bring you tablets to swallow. Sometimes, no, actually he won't give you anything. Unless you're running a fever, he won't give you anything. And yeah, he just comes in with the bandages to replace them each day.
And if I've got a fever, he gives me some kind of injection, does he, to try and bring that down?
No, he'll give you basically paracetamol.
Right, okay.
You mean the magical wonder drug of the NHS?
Yep.
Is there any way I can speak to him without the guard hearing, or is the guard always in the room?
The guard is always there. You always seem to see the short dude who doesn't really ever seem to say a lot. You can take a sneak for me, and depending on how well you do that, depending on how much conversation you can get out of him.
Okay.
He seems willing to talk, but he doesn't want to get caught.
Okay. Can I invoke the I know a guy here as well?
Who do you want to know?
The doctor.
You want to know the doctor?
Yeah.
Absolutely. Fucking yes.
Cool, excellent. So I'm going to try and communicate with him in secret.
That's perfect.
Excellent. So for a sneak, 11.
11. I'm going to combine that with your I know a guy. Sure.
Okay, so as he's doing like my bandages up, I'm going to kind of like go whisper to him. I'll just say like, tomorrow anaesthetic, syringe. And that's probably all I can get out without like being overheard, I'm guessing.
He sort of like he basically puts the ear things in, and you see he doesn't actually put one in one of his ears, and he puts it up against your chest, and he sort of like gets you to lean forward and like puts the stethoscope on your back. You feel the cold like put on your back, and you hear him whisper back. It's like, what are you doing? Sorry, I can't stage whisper.
So yeah, we'll say.
Yeah.
Well, I assume I'm whispering,
We're whispering.
but I'll say like, I can get us out. Bring anaesthetic.
You want me to inject you with this?
No, just bring it with you tomorrow.
What are you gonna do?
Get the guard.
Take a manipulate charisma for me. Because he has no real reason to trust you. You have no hand,
No, but
and also you're severely injured.
that's true. Really good. I'm going to crit on this one. Let's see. So that's manipulate. Yeah.
Points are
Yep.
legendary.
Can I use intelligence to manipulate him?
No, because you're not giving me a solid reason why I should trust you.
You know
Well, I
that.
said I'd get him out.
Yeah, but that's not describing. My God, that's not describing. He has like, I could turn to you right now and said I could get you out, being stuck inside a prison with my arms manacled together and being severely injured.
Yeah.
I'm not giving you a reason to trust me.
To be more specific, can I request a certain type of fast-acting anaesthetic from him, and basically like using like my medical knowledge to request something that would knock someone out really quickly?
You can request it.
So basically, like to try and convince him of my plan. Basically, I want to use a fast-acting anaesthetic to knock the guard out. And that's like me explaining my plan to him intelligently.
Yeah, that's giving that plan, but he doesn't understand how you're going to get the syringe into the guy. That's his problem. You have no hands. You are also
I have one
pretty
hand.
well like beaten to. You know, you're not beaten every day, especially not you, but you are physically quite weak.
Yeah.
So he is looking at you. This guy who's recently had his arm blown off has a gunshot wound through his hip, who is recovering and coming back to like. Be on his road to recovery, and you're stuck inside a prison with a guy who's a fucking psychopath.
Cucumber. Mac's been beaten to a bloody pulp. He could also do with a doctor.
Well,
Would suggest giving it to him.
Could do. I just happen to be in this. I can't communicate with you guys very well.
You can do like really short stints, and then they start cranking up the music.
Okay.
It's like really shit. It's not even dubstep.
Is it awful jazz that just loops?
Oh my god, it's fucking jazz. It's that one jazz. Skagger, it's that one fucking jazz thing. 3 minutes long. It's on fucking repeat. It drives me up the goddamn wall. That's what's playing.
Okay.
Fucking non-stop.
I'm going to use a legendary point to re-roll that one.
Okay.
Because I want to try and convince this guy.
And it's worse.
Is it worse?
One worse. 6 instead of 7. Oh, there's just nothing that can save you from a battle. I was tempted to just blow both legendary points and just say I just do it, but I really want to save him for later.
We'll get back to that.
Okay.
That's fine. Alright. Nose. Last one. Alright. You being clearly at the time that Fitzroy knew how the Gertie's guns worked, you were in charge of this particular outfit. As far as he's concerned, there's been no change. You guys become aware that Steve 1 and Steve 3, turn up outside of Mac's cell, and for the first time in about 15 days, for those of you who are able to keep track of time, you hear the unlocking of a cell. And light streams in there. I mean, to be fair, you have that little square of light, that's about the extent of it. It's kind of blinding, it has been a while since you've seen a lot of light. And the first thing that Steve does, Steve 1, is he just flashes the light straight in your eyes. And they reach forwards, realise that you have once again. Have you put your hands through your front? Okay. They grab you by that. They give you a good pulling on. Just they realise that you kind of like coming back to it. Steve 1 gives you a good kick in the back of the fucked up knee. You're finding it exceptionally difficult to walk. The doctor has been in to see you, has bandaged stuff up, but there's only so far that they can do. They can't give you all the treatment that they wish. And they basically begin to drag you off to another area. At this point, you become aware. You see this as you're being dragged off. You see Steve 2, the guy who likes to chat, and you see the doctor that you spoke to earlier, Dr. Carmen, arriving just outside of his cell, and you're being dragged off along the corridor. The doctor, as he comes into your cell, you see that he has a small syringe, and he kind of keeps it hidden in the pocket. Sorry, in the sleeve. You can see his hands are recently bandaged. Slight bloodstained, and he palms off something to you.
Okay, I'm not going to check it now because the guard will probably see it, but I'll just like slip it into a pocket or tuck it into behind my belt or something.
Cool. Alright, good to know you have that. Anything else you guys want to do right now? I'm going to say, because you are aware of how many guards there are on shift at the moment, particularly these 3 Steves, we call them the Steve Brigade. The Steve Brigade, you know that these people are on duty today, and you can hear the cell being like shut up properly for a thing. And they go off, and you count the footsteps. You know that Steve 1 is gone. Like Stevie's footfalls are slightly quieter. They've gone off along with Mac's footfalls. You can see and hear that. And you can tell that Doctor and Steve 2 have gone off. So far as you're aware, you 3 are alone. Before I get to what I'm about to do to Mac.
You chaps alright?
Can I check to see what this thing was this doctor gave me then now? What was it?
It's a syringe of clear fluid.
Okay.
It appears to be... take a medic check for me.
There's a crit.
It's a crit. On a crit, you are aware that this is possibly a very, very fast acting. Just chuck that in the corner because it's flammable.
Yeah.
You are aware that this is a pretty fast acting anaesthetic.
Excellent. Okay, I'm just
But
gonna.
this seems like a lot of it.
Okay. So I'm aware that like if I used all of this, it would probably be lethal.
It could be, yes.
Okay.
Or alternatively, there are 2 doses.
Okay. Right. So I'm gonna like kind of like to these guys because I can't really see whether there are any guards out there, and I'm like, are you guys like ready to go in a hurry if need be?
Yeah.
Other than the door being locked.
I'm assuming these guards have keys on them.
Yes.
Okay. So I'm basically going to wait for Steve. Steve 1 was the bloke who punched me in the face, wasn't he?
Steve 1 is the psychopath, yeah.
Okay, I'm going to wait for Steve 1 to come past on his own and just chill until then.
You saw Steve 1 going off with...
Yeah, I know he's gone off
Just
with him
throwing that out there.
with someone else, wasn't it?
Yes, with Stevie.
Yeah, so I don't want to try and knock out 2 of them simultaneously. I'm going to wait until Steve 1's on his own and see if I can...
Okay.
I have a plan.
I'm going to let you know that
Is
Steve
that
1 may
this?
not be the person that comes in here alone. Just throwing that out there if you're
Yeah.
waiting only for him to trigger your action.
Yeah, well, I mean, like, yeah, for now. I mean, I'm also waiting for him to come back because there's no point in us trying to make a break if he's not here.
Okay, true.
I'm assuming he's going off to be interrogated and then someone will
Correct.
come back.
Alright, so you guys are basically ready to go as and when shit goes down. Okay. Mac, you get dragged into a room. You get bound to a chair. Wrists, ankles, all that good shit. There's... Let's say the room is particularly warm. You've not had water in a while. The usual bullshit, you know, the kind of stuff crap I'm talking about. Bright light. Opposite you, as you get strapped into your chair after you've been settled down and left there for a short period of time, like, seriously, what the fuck? A man that you vaguely recognise walks in. You know him to be Fitzroy. Man turns the chair, sits down, drinks from his cold bottle of water. You can see the condensation on the outside. Take a physical endurance check for me.
Don't fuck me now. 10.
Okay. You're definitely thirsty, but it's you're probably more annoyed than anything else. Like, really? Come on, really? Fucking old but a goodie, really?
I'm insulted.
Yes. How dare you?
She's like, oh, amateur. God damn, this whole thing's been amateur hour since moment 1.
Yeah, so says your knee, your swollen eyes, your like busted in ribs, that kind of shit, yeah?
Yeah, because everyone breaks the ribs and knees of their prisoners.
Yeah.
It's just so efficient
Fuck the knees, yeah.
to have to give them medical treatment.
Well,
to
if
keep
you
them alive.
if you break the knees, it's far harder for them to run away.
True.
The same as if you start like.
Yeah,
okay,
because
there's-
people
there's-
can walk into
All right,
space.
I'll rephrase this. There's only certain things that I can do on stream, and I am more than willing to go down to the extremities of what the fuck he would be doing.
Oh no,
but
this
I'm
is
not going
literally Mac grumbling
Yeah.
in the chair.
I know, but this is why
Yeah.
this is the way it is.
Oh, yeah.
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 We
Mac
know-
is
we
literally
know
just
where we
making
fit.
the point of like, yeah, because I can run into orbit. You know, I may be good, I'm not that fucking good.
Okay.
We've established Mac is a dick.
Mac is a dick. It's one of the high points of my day.
Yeah.
It would appear you've pissed off a lot of people.
Here we're quite evenly matched in that regard.
So I was saying. Where is she?
Which she... I've met a few, I mean, not as many as you have, but I've met a few.
You know which she. Where is she? He gets up. He reaches over into the darkness on a table you didn't really spot before. smash across your face if your nose break. Take 1d4 damage. Someone roll damage for him so he doesn't have to keep moving his arms, because I think it's hilarious that you're doing that.
2 points of damage to you.
Okay. And what's your endurance?
3.
3. Okay. You break your nose, but you're not really taking damage at the moment.
Superficial.
Currently, superficial damage.
Was it a bottle he smashed it with? Or?
Just a lump of wood.
Okay.
Starts undoing his tie a bit, that kind of thing. Dude's wearing a suit, why wouldn't he be? Starts undoing his tie a little bit.
I'm going to spit some of the blood that's just been rushing around. Wood. Well, you put some thought into it. Flattered.
We thought someone like you. Where is she?
Do I look like a planner?
Smash. 1d4 damage. I know you can only take damage on a 4, but why take you speaking 1 damage every time you do this?
1.
Alright, so
Glancing blow.
2. Well, as much as I like to do the rough and tumble, takes his jacket off, hangs on his chair, rolls his sleeves up a bit. Let's stop playing games. You know we want Helena. Where the fuck is she?
Elsewhere.
Sit down.
You know I like to give pleasure to men. This is no different.
I'd much sooner know where the fuck she is.
Wouldn't we all? We went through a lot of trouble trying to find her.
You found her then?
Well, I didn't say that. I said we've gone through a lot of trouble trying to find her.
You specifically implied that you had. So, where the fuck is she?
Well, she's not with us.
Stares at you. It's like, it's going to be fucking obvious. Do you know where she is?
Not exactly, no.
Gets up. Actually, I'm going to make him roll a check. Now, much as I like beating another dude to death with various objects, not going to get me what I want. But I do know people. Spend a lot of time studying you lot after you kill Gertie. Just one of my favourite people. You know that. I'm aware that you've got people in your crew, not you, who seem to be artless and stupid. Actually quite smart in that respect, not making alliances. But one of you has alliances. More than willing to take all this shit out on them instead. So I'm going to throw you back in there with your friends. I'm going to give you 10-15 minutes, and then we're going to find out whether I'm going to find out from those girls where your friend is or not. Unless you want to save all that trouble now. Who the fuck is she?
Like I said, I don't exactly know.
But you do know somewhere. It's a big place, Serrano.
It is.
Feel like narrowing it down, or do I want to go speak to the girls? Tell you what, I'll give you those 10 minutes. Really, really think about it. It would be pretty awful if you go back to Helena and tell her that she lost her sister.
Hey. Oh, you're barking up the wrong tree.
Take a man, justify the intimidate roll for me. What stats do you want to use?
Intellect. It's a literal fact. We hate each other.
Also, she doesn't know anything.
It
Yeah.
doesn't matter, but He knows how to get to them.
11.
Okay. Might have pegged you wrong. I'm not sure I pegged the boy wrong though. Maybe you really are as cold and heartless as people say you are.
People say enough. Some of it's bound to be true.
Well, I've got a little use for you now. Bear that in mind. And you see him nod his head and you hear doors come in. Little Steve comes to pick you up. Steve 1 comes to pick you up. Pushes you along the line. Gives you a good kick in the back of the knee every time you try to kick anything off. Throws you back in your cell. And Steve begins to lock you in. Steve is alone.
Is it just Steve?
Yeah.
I'm going to come up towards the edge of my cell and just go, Steve, I didn't blow up any of your mates the other day, do I? Because I just, it just kind of, brings a smile to my face to think that some of your buddies might be laying in little bloody piles on the floor outside my family's pub.
Take another point. That's fucking hilarious. Take one.
You have your D4 back as well.
Okay. I'm not going to make you roll for that because it's fucking hilarious.
Now that I've known Steve's life, I've got the anaesthetic kind of.
Alright, what I want you to do is do a armed attack. It's going to be difficult because you are still a little bit not with it. Does that make sense? You are still recovering and you have one hand. This is a definite handicap for you.
Can I
Because
blow 2 legendary points to just succeed at doing this?
yes, you can.
Yeah, I'll do that.
I'll take it.
Nice.
Fine.
So as he kind of describe what I want to do then.
Yeah, I'll let you describe what you want to do because it is legendary.
Okay, cool. So as Steve comes and opens the door, I'm going to stand up to move towards him and go put my hand out as if I'm going to brace myself against the wall, forgetting that I have no hand. And kind of whoa, and then slip forward, and as I go forward, just jab him with a needle.
Okay, did you forget that you have no hand?
No,
or was
I
it
knew,
just that-
but I made it so that he thinks
okay.
I've just stumbled because
Okay.
I've forgotten that my hand's gone.
I just think it's fun. I think it'd be fun if you forgot.
Actually forgot you didn't
Genuinely
have
forgot.
hands.
Whoa,
I'd actually planned the whole thing
Okay,
through that. I
are
was gonna do
you giving him the whole shot? Or are
that.
you
No,
giving
I'm going to
half?
give him half of it because we might need it for one of the other guys.
Okay, excellent. I'm going to say that basically as he goes down, you manage to get him in the crook of under there, get in there.
Yeah.
Basically what you used to do, midget,
Yeah.
when we're at school, you do that to the guys so you can't make any noise and scrapping down into the ground.
Not that I used to drug my mates.
No. Let's be honest, he never drugged midget. It
wasn't me.
Actually, we probably, yeah.
I'm more sorry
okay,
for the fact
he
that he's your friend.
We're not being offensive, it was just the nickname he had. He was a short guy.
He was a midget.
Oh
It
my
wasn't
God.
actual. No.
Let's stop before we get ourselves into too much trouble, okay? Alright, you managed to bamf him, down you go.
Cool. Right, so he's got the keys on him, yeah?
Yes, he has.
So I'm going to grab the keys on him and go and let these guys out of their cells as quick as I can because I only have one hand.
Okay,
If anyone else
I want
turns
you
up,
to make,
I'm
who are you
going.
going to first?
I'll go and get.
Mac is next.
Mac is next.
You two are on one side, those
yeah,
two
I'll
on the
get
other.
Mac out first.
Okay.
So I'll get Mac out and then give him the key because obviously a two-handed person can more easily open cells than I can. So
This is probably the first time you've actually seen each other in 15 days. You can sort of hear each other, but you're
right, you're right there, Mac. Come on, no time for sleeping. Get up.
Blood down his face. It's like,
yeah, he's. You can see he's pretty well beaten. He looks worse than you, massively worse.
I'm
Than
gonna be like, what the hell did you say to him? I mean, I pissed him off with a syringe of drugs to knock him out with.
Called him a prick.
Yeah.
Anyway, help me out.
Yeah, sure. Do you want a hand?
It'll do.
You're doing the worst. Thing about this campaign. All right.
So I throw his handless arm over my shoulder and lean my buggered knee into his side.
So guys,
hang on. Let me check. What level is your synergy right now? What are you doing with your synergy ones?
we've got You're Not My Father.
Is that it?
That's it.
Damn it, boy. I've got a synergy with Lola, so I can't.
You can upgrade still. No
yeah.
problem. Okay. In theory, because of your fucked knee and because of your fucked hand, you should be taking major penalties to the things you do. if you two work together, I will negate that. But you genuinely have to work together.
Right, okay.
I'm loving this because I'm forcing you both to work together, which is not a thing you two normally do. I'm so happy by this.
Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna try and steer him with my stump around his shoulders towards this door, so he can actually get the key.
Between the two of you can move at normal pace,
Yeah.
and you can do things like opening doors. So basically, one of you is legs, one of you is the arms.
Okay.
This is what I'm going to go with.
Yeah, while we're doing this as well, I'm going to be trying to catch up on what's going on because
Okay.
I have no idea. So, like, what happened? Who spoke to you? Where
You
are
guys
we?
can hear this as well as you guys getting locked out yourself. And again, he looks beaten to death. You look fucking terrified, like you're about to cry in 5 seconds. You just seem like, well, I'm bored.
I am bored.
You're bored and kind of stuck, and you've probably got a bit of a headache because you seem to have the one that has the most music pumped in your room.
Yeah.
It's really shitty, horrible, skag-related, like fucking jazz.
Yeah, I relate.
This is the worst prison I've ever been in.
Yeah, I basically just relate the details of my run-in with Papa Fitzroy, and the full joy.
And he's in a room upstairs.
He's in a room along the corridor around the side.
Yeah.
Should we go say hi?
Should we go do him in?
Really?
Well,
I think we're capable.
this
right now.
guy's
He's got
gonna,
2 guards,
yeah,
at least.
but this
Armed.
guy's gonna like come and like fuck up my family if we don't deal with him.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Did he
but
say
we could
they're
go
here?
away. Could go away and become armed and deal with him when he comes to fuck with you.
Was
Well,
your
what
guard
do the guards
armed?
have? They must. I assume they've got some kind of truncheon or something, or like.
Plus, I kind of expect they have our weapons. Just saying.
Somewhere.
Yeah, we probably.
I want them back.
Well,
They've had a week and a half to get rid of them.
I want them back.
yeah,
I
I mean,
so do I.
this is probably
it's
the
been
best
that long.
position we're going to be in to deal with this guy, and he's obviously got a vendetta against us now.
Well, what does Steve have?
Steve has on him, he has 2 pistols.
Dibs.
He has
One.
basically a truncheon of sorts,
Dibs.
and he has a Bowie knife.
Stick to your knees. You're all men.
What do you want?
Yeah. 6 minis, but also have the.
Tell you what, you wield the knife, I'll
thing.
wield you.
I will allow this as a thing, for definite sure, because I'll allow your synergy to allow you to do shit like that together.
Okay.
We're going to stagger like a
So you're
three-legged
taking a
man.
pistol, you're taking a truncheon.
We're taking 2 pistols, or you just.
Yeah.
There are 2
Oh,
pistols and
Wants to
truncheon.
take the
Yeah.
pistol, I'll take
Oh,
it.
so
I
I
could-
could, yeah, that's saying I could have if
I
you
could have one in my left hand.
I was going to say, do you want me to take 2 weapons and you to just stand behind me, making sure I don't fall
Yeah,
over
go on
while
then.
I
You
try
do
and
that.
use them?
I'll just kind of like prop you up because I've only got my left hand, which I'm not particularly great with. So I'll just try and brace you while you take the shots.
Yeah. Cool.
Alright, where are you going?
Well, I think we need to go and deal with this dude.
You
Yeah.
gonna go deal with the dude?
He's good.
Yeah.
I mean, this is the
Alright,
best
you
chance to
guys
catch
back
him
your way
unaware.
along the corridor, you turn right, you go into the room that you found. There is no sod here. There is lights on, so you can actually see the whole room now. You can see that on the side there is a whole array of instruments which would definitely fuck you over. But being that basically you just laughed at him and him realising that beating you to death is not a thing he could do, that he would be far better manipulating somebody else. Some of these things look painful, kind of glad. It's not a pleasant array on there, and there's kind of like, in the light you can see a lot like kind of bloodstains in this room, but the room is empty. There is a door on the other side.
Just so I can't get fucked over by this, I'm going to check the gun's loaded and that the safety is off.
Okay, yeah, that's fine. Your weapons are perfectly fine to function.
Okay. Is his jacket still on the chair?
No.
So okay.
I'd say it's probably been about nearly 10 minutes.
Okay.
It's been a while because you had to get thrown back in the cell. You had to wait for Steve to be properly alone, and then you two had to stumble your way through life.
And did he say he was going to bring him back here? Or...
Yeah, in 10 minutes' time.
Okay, so we just like chill like by the door and wait for him to
Sorry,
come
what was
through.
that?
I was going to be brought back in here and
Yeah, you
talk to
were
you
brought
again
back
in
in
10
minutes.
minutes' time.
Yeah.
It's been 10 minutes.
Yeah.
So should we just wait in by the door so as he comes through we can like jump him?
Screw it.
probably
You guys
gonna
go
have
over by the
fun.
door. I will sit in the chair.
Okay.
Do you want to turn the lights off as well, so you just have that?
Yeah,
Yeah,
okay.
Just have the
That's
single
amazing.
right, yeah.
So you guys can hide in the shadow. I'm going to throw that one in because that's fucking amazing.
sit in the chair with a pistol. Like, hello, guys.
Hide the pistol.
Hi, Gov.
No, fuck
Sit with
that.
your pistol first.
No,
and
no,
then
no,
you
I'm
come
not
to-
give him a chance to
what
walk
he's
in
doing.
and shoot
I know
me.
exactly what he's doing.
Yeah.
Basically, as you turn the lights off and you guys can like stumble into your positions, just as you get there and the lights go off, the door opens on the side, and yeah, you see Papa Fitzroy turn up. He's going to pop a cap in there.
Yeah.
All right, take an attack roll.
Yeah, I don't give a shit.
Well, if that's happening, I'll put one too. just to be sure.
Everybody's nailing him.
Hell yeah.
You know, we are literally a
Do
group
it.
of...
Roll. Because
Correct.
correct, fuck me.
Bang! Through through the eyes.
Legendary roll. 19.
Fuck me. We have a crit and we have a 19. I'm going to say you blow this motherfucker away. Between you, like, you've had enough of this shit. I mean, you just, like, every 5 seconds you're about to
How
come
trigger happy do you go? Do you just take a nice shot or do you just empty the clip into him?
It's up to you.
I'm going to keep pulling the trigger until he falls down.
Basically, I'm gonna go with you empty the clip into him.
Okay.
Because fuck this guy.
Assuming you professional just take one shot through between the eyes and just
This guy manacled me to a trigger and tortured me. I'm going to keep shooting until his body hits
Okay, where are you guys going?
Right.
You have just shot like the father of all Fitzroys.
What's through the door behind him?
Silenced.
No, they're definitely not silenced in any way, shape or form.
Oh, wait for the girls to come in.
It goes out to... Actually, you weren't conscious and you guys wouldn't really have known it was there. The corridor, you're bouncing your way along there as fast as you can. Surprisingly, these two are keeping up. You guys bounce your way along this kind of corridor.
I thought we were staying where we were.
Well, I need to get out of here, but I'm concerned that maybe he may have taken Maeve and like down here.
Yeah, that's why I'm thinking maybe we should wait for the guards, find out what's going on, where things are.
If we get Stevie,
like,
we might be able to pay her to bribe her to join us.
With what? We have nothing now.
I have tons of money when we get out.
We have a ship.
Are you guys doing this in this room? Or are you doing it in the corridor?
Well, I assume we're going through the corridor. Because didn't he say he was going to go and talk to the girls, didn't he?
Yeah.
So
basically, he was going to give Mac the choice of talking to the girls or getting the information from him. Some sort of location, but you've blown that motherfucker away. You guys bounce along this corridor and you come to another room. In this room, there's basically some stuff in here, including a communications unit. And you see that your comms units have been stripped down and put down to one side. One of them is on. Clearly, someone is putting like a tracer on it. That's clearly been set up. You can see that instantly.
Okay.
You can't find your hat. Apologies, but you can find your gear, and someone's clearly trying to trace a signal. And as you get there, you can see that they are tracing a signal in progress.
Listen to it.
And that's where we will bring our intrepid friend back online. If I remember which one to turn off. Hey!
Hello.
Is the voice you hear coming through the radio?
Oh. God's sake.
Tepid, excellent. Where are you, man?
Oh, not far away.
You're on the flying pig.
That's where I am.
Okay.
Thank you, voice in my head.
Okay, I'll rephrase that. Yeah, he's with me. He's on the flying pig.
Who says?
Kara.
Great. Do you know if Maeve and Ducky are okay?
We've got him here.
Okay.
We've got him here. She sent out a signal five-ish days ago. Ducky's back in somewhere safe. She got a message out a couple of days ago. Your friends, what's his face? DJ Moon, whatever the fuck it was, got hold of us. Said, look, there's something going down. We've been trying to track you ever since.
Okay.
And Tepper came join me a couple of days ago. He's got other stuff we've got to deal with. So.
Do you know how many guys they've got in here?
No, I have no fucking clue. Get somewhere high.
Yes. Keyword: the fuck evacuation.
Okay.
Get somewhere high. We'll do what we can.
All right, I'll grab
you
my
up for this,
stuff.
Tepid?
And
you know your people.
Yes.
I don't know what they all look like. So.
In a minute. Yes.
And you want us up high?
Yep.
All right. Well, I'll put my communications. Is there like a little like a bug that I can just take out of them, or is there like?
It's pretty well. You have literally one that is functional, and it has the bug tied into it. It's to take this apart will take time. You don't have that time.
Just
you
smash
can
it
basically start hearing people running around. You're just going to smash it.
There's no point taking it.
They'll just be able to track us with it.
Yeah.
So yeah, just track it.
All right. Okay. One of you make whoever has a pistol, make an attack roll.
Okay.
Because I'm going to have to fee at the ending to a certain point because I need to get off.
Yeah.
Shut the fuck up.
16.
16. Okay. At some point you come across Steve too, and he sees you guys all up and about, and he doesn't waste time. He pulls up his gun to fire at you, but you just bamf. Cold motherfucker, straight between the eyes, and the guy goes down. You can manage to pick up another 2 pistols should you wish, so you can put that on your list.
Yeah,
and another Bowie knife. They're an option.
When we named our kit, were there weapons there?
No.
Okay.
No, you don't have time to find this shit. But you start hearing the familiar sounds of like sirens and alarms and shit going off. So like, you need to get the fuck out now. You can opt to stay here, but I'm going to throw it out there. You will be taking a lot of damage.
Going up.
Let's go.
Right.
Okay.
You get up as high as you can. You basically start backing your way through. And in one of these corridors, one of these stairwells is where you met Steve. You hear him move. You paff a shot. You go up. You make your way to the top. And as you come down, Tepid, I need you to make a perception roll, brother.
Oh, you didn't say I needed dice. Oh,
Do you want me to roll for you?
yes, please.
I have your character sheet here, so.
I would if I knew where my address was. There we go.
Oh, jeebus.
7.
So 10.
Sounds good. What was
you-
I rolling for?
You are
Perception.
rolling perception to see these guys. Basically, you are standing in the airlock of the Flying Pig above this planet where these guys are in jail. And there are lots of people moving around, and there are quite a lot of people on the roofs as well. But you spot your friends. They are in pretty bad shape. They are thin, they are shaking, kind of pale, and 2 of them are definitely bleeding in everywhere basically. One of them's missing a hand, not so good. But you managed to find your friends, and I need someone to roll a d12 for me.
You
Okay.
don't look very
8.
well.
8.
Cheers.
With some slightly deft movements, Kara gets as close as she can. It's going to be a struggle to get on board, but she's trying to do this in a very quick manoeuvre. So,
Let's go! And
I
just rushes
need-
at the.
I
I
want
need
to
all of you.
help the injured people first
Okay, that's fine.
before I jump.
Excellent. I need you guys. I want you all to make strength checks, and I want you to make yours twice. Because you've one
Awesome.
for helping and one for being.
Well, my helping was a 3.
Reroll.
It's late in the
Crit.
evening, so if you need
And I
to
got a
reroll.
9.
A crit and a 9. You two, basically.
We just don't even wait for his help. We're just like, we've got this. just like
You two basically just hop, like you literally you give him the strength to throw him up a bit, and you basically like hook your legs up and give him a good yank. You somehow like toy soldier your way into this fucking thing, and you just go, but oh, they're gone, and just
Okay, well, I got a 12 for myself.
and jump in. 8. Yeah, you take a bit of assistance. This is where your probably help will come in. You know, Queen reaches down, pulls you in. Tepid gives you guys a hand as well, and you all find yourself aboard the Flying Pig, as the Flying Pig takes off at speed, and is currently under fire. And that's where we're going to leave today's session. You guys have no stuff. I'm throwing that out there. So anything you had, you need to wipe off your equipment list. You only have 4 pistols, 2 Bowie knives, and 1 truncheon between.
Quality of the pistols.
Tepid, however, you get to keep all of your shit.
What
quality
about
of
my
pistols?
what about my
every day.
brother's pistol?
That's gone.
I didn't find that.
You guys didn't have time to look for your gear. As I said, you are under fire as you leave. Next week is Halloween, so we are going to have a Halloween one-shot with hopefully 2 guests. Not really sure yet, but hopefully 2 guests. Apologies to Corone, who basically sat through that on the other end, which was kind of sad. I'm really sorry, but you got to turn up and be a bit of a hero, so that's good
How it
news.
goes.
Also, he has a bunch of information which he will info drop on you at the beginning of the next one. Next week is Halloween, so we have our one shot. We've got a couple of guests coming in, so that's going to be cool and really rad. And then we are going to have the finale on the 3rd of November. So everything will be wrapping up the next session that we properly play Bringing Home the Bacon. We are also having a guest on that episode because our friend Larian Storm, I think just Larian, I can't remember what her fancy ass name was. Larian is going to be coming back to play the place of Smokey Cara Bacon for me, so I don't have to GM NPC every motherfucking character here. So she's going to be coming back as well for that. Okay. As I said, apologies, we're going to have to whip around to do this really quickly because I need to be on another stream in about 2 minutes. Didn't quite get the timing right because I had too much fun torturing y'all. Okay, we are going to start with you.
I'm Dev, that was cool. Catch me at Dev at _
You can
BTP.
take a little bit longer than that. I'm sure they won't mind waiting. I'm sure they won't mind waiting.
No,
It's your dudes.
it was really cool. It was very, very fun. Kill some people. Always love that. I will try my best to actually remember the session.
I will be very happy if that is the case.
I doubt it.
Yeah, you probably know that.
Can I keep my clothes?
No.
No, you are essentially all in rags. Like literally as if someone has gotten like a single duvet cover and cut holes and arms in it. You are basically in rags.
What about my piercings?
Nope,
They're gone
they're all
too?
gone.
Oh.
Everything's
You
gone.
basically have been stripped down to just wearing a duvet sheet.
I think we might just have to go
God
back and
damn
raid
it.
this place to get our stuff back.
I think
Yeah.
that's a good idea. It seems
I've got
pretty
all my stuff.
When you guys get the info dump at the
It's all my
beginning,
stuff.
Include my brother's pistol. It's got sentimental value.
Also, your ship is gone. Throwing that out there.
That
You
too.
need to sort that one out too.
Actually, yes, it will be impounded.
Really? Because it was at the...
The MacLeod.
You don't know. You haven't gone back.
No, true.
But there will be a wonderful info dump for you all at the beginning of the next episode. Tepid has a bunch of this info which he will be dumping at the beginning of the next episode as well, relating to some fairly important reasons to why he's actually here.
That'd be good.
You are sorry?
That'd be good.
Yep, that'd be good.
Anyway.
Kill a kitten.
I'm Kelly Kitten and I'm sad that I lost all my stuff.
Taking all your stuff. In time for the finale, I'm so happy.
I'm really unhappy.
I'm very happy.
You can find me on Instagram and on Twitter at KillerKitten21. Other than that, it was a really good session, but I really don't like losing my stuff.
I will also explain why when we hit the outro for... basically, a lot of things will get explained when we do the outro in the next session, so
Okay.
it's going to be fun and exciting.
Okay.
Moving
Better
on.
be a good reason.
I am Tech Puppet. You can find me at tech_BTP on Twitters. And you can find me at bloodthirstpuppets.co.uk and gbstudios.co.uk. And yeah, today was fun. I enjoyed taunting Steve 1 into my cell.
That was the
Burning
funniest
two
thing.
legendary. I just love that. I was just like, oh, I'm
Genuinely.
sorry, I didn't blow up any of your mates, did I?
It was genuinely the funniest thing. I was like, I don't want to make you roll because that's just too funny.
And then blow your two legendary points to just get him.
Yeah,
That's what I wanted to do. I wanted to save up my because you gave me a legendary point for that. So I was like, yes, I can now do 2 to just do this.
that's fun.
Because I just had visions of rolling a 2, re-rolling it to a 1, and being like, no.
Yeah, that would be fate, wouldn't it?
Yeah. So I thought, no, blow 2, just have it done.
Cool. Love it. Before I get to you, Tepid, Corone.
Yes, I'm Corone. You can find me on Twitter at Corone_BTP. You can also find out about the films that I'm involved in by visiting the website jqs.org.uk.
Nailed it. Thank you.
Okay. Right, time is short. So, Thirsty Mac at ThirstyBTP, also Baylor's Blades, Beyond, other places. Bye.
I need you to do my scheduling. Do you mind? Please.
Oh god.
You can find me on Twitter, blood_BTP. You will find me in about a minute and a half on Skag's channel, in theory, where we are finishing off Breathless. It's one shot where I get to be a vampire. It's really fun. Other than that, World of Kiostos is definitely on this week. So we'll see us Sunday morning. We are on the Beyond. The three of us on this half of the table, the Andes and me, are on the Beyond again on Skag's channel. New episode of TLD comes out on Tuesday. And then I'm on Baylor's Blades and on something else on Tuesday. Blades in the Dark. Too many blades. And another Void game. That, I think, is it. I had so much fun in that episode. I loved you actually going into the role being interrogated. That was the funniest thing. The laughter just killed me. It was amazing. And I loved your taunting. It was so fucking good. I was so happy with all of you during that. And again, apologies to Corone for having sat in the back and just listened in the session. So. But thank you very much for doing that. Right, all we got to do is thank Kevin McCall for all the free ass music in Compotech.com.
Thank you. You the man.
You demand. And unless there's anything anyone wants to shout in the void, in which case, shut the fuck up, drink up, and we'll catch you another time.
Bye.
Bye.
Peace.
I did all that and I didn't have my finger ready on the off output button.